have a few things in my mind that I want to talk about, but before I say anything, I just want to say like I don't see myself as like a serious person. I'm not going to be overly serious and treat this with like the most insane serious persona ever because admittedly I think that what a lot of people are getting upset at right now is really dumb considering the circumstances. Um that doesn't mean I'm just going to treat everything as a joke, but I'm not going to like make sure that every single sentence I say is like the best worded, best correlated, best articulated thing on planet Earth. So if I make a slip up here and there, I'll correct myself, but don't expect me to know about every single flaw in every single thing I say. Um, mm, I got my water. That shit's good. If you haven't already, you gotta stop drinking soda. That shit's gonna like ruin your teeth. Um, One thing I want to say first and foremost, the reason behind why Kaiser is no longer a part of a certain game is really stupid. This entire thing is just really stupid. Like, I see so many people saying like, this is gonna be what puts Forsaken in the ground. But as of right now, Forsaken is the ninth best game on the platform. So I don't think that game's gonna go anywhere anytime soon. I'm very sorry to tell you this. I don't think that what the thoughts of even fucking 10,000 people have to say matters too much right now. Because even if those 10,000 people just like boycotted Forsaken, stop playing it forever, it would still be the ninth best game on the platform right now. And that's a very bad reality in some cases, but that's just the truth. Forsaken's not gonna be fucking mercilessly killed because of what happens today. Secondly, I don't think that it is fair that somebody else had to be dealt with like the most insane consequences ever and lose their main form of income when their family is struggling financially because they were in contact with somebody that people don't like too much. Like, sure, I get it, whatever. I did some bad shit when I was 13 years old. But is that really worth persecuting every single person I talk to the point where they get fired from whatever kind of jobs they have, to the point where they're like harassed relentlessly over whatever kind of thoughts or opinions they have? Like, I seriously do not understand that. And before I see people saying like, well, it's justified because you are a pedophile. No, I am not a pedophile. I am not a neo-Nazi. I am not a groomer. I am not a predator. I am not a criminal. I am none of these things. And I have outlined that very clearly in that one response document I pushed out in October. But not a single soul that I've seen so far has taken the time to understand the document and digest all of its contents properly, except for maybe like a handful of people. And that goes to tell me that there is something seriously wrong. Like, I'm sorry, I sound really mad right now, it's because I am, but like, fucking whatever, I get it. I don't really want to have a platform. I feel like that's unhealthy for me, especially right now considering all the circumstances. I don't really want to come back to making games for the time being. I don't really want to have to do all of this bullshit that I used to be doing when I owned Forsaken, because that's not healthy for me. I've been taking time to myself. I'm not gonna say that I was just offline entirely, because that's a flat out lie. I've been playing games with my friends, I've been hanging out with them, I've been doing my own thing, doing whatever the fuck, just being a nobody. But apparently that's just not enough for people. They want absolutely everyone who's in contact with me to be permanently expunged from any kind of social space that they're in. For example, prime example is what happened today. Fucking all of this bullshit is so stupid, it's unreal. I would totally get it if fucking somebody was in contact with a real pedophile. That would be concerning. But that's the thing, I'm not a pedophile. I've said that so many times. It's so stupid. This entire thing is really stupid. Here, I was gonna talk about some shit, but I'm gonna hold off on that for a little bit because I feel like that's a little bit irrelevant to what happened today. So I'm just gonna outline something really quickly. Here, let me pull up my fucking document. Where is this? We're gonna sit down as a class and try and read through some of the important details here, because I feel like this has reached a point where it's just, it's fucking disgusting. Well, I wouldn't say disgusting, but just really, 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 really embarrassing for a lot of people. Here. So a lot of people say that I'm a neo-Nazi. I'm gonna tackle this first because this is the easiest thing for me to talk about. I'm Jewish. Why would I want the complete extermination for all Jews when I'm a Jew? That never made sense to me. Like, okay, yes, when I was 12 years old, I made a lot of edgy jokes online that I do not stand by that I do not stand by currently whatsoever. But does that mean I'm a neo-Nazi? No, no, it does not. Because again, I'm a Jew. That's really stupid. It's so fucking stupid, man. All of these claims are dumb. I'm sorry. Oh, on to the next thing here. Let me pull this up again. So people say that I'm like this awful, evil, despicable person because I'm currently funding Fungus's family and his rehabilitation. So I'm just gonna read this word for word, bar for bar, what I wrote in my document. Out of everything that has been brought up about me, one thing I will stay very firm on is the fact that Fungus is not a neo-Nazi. While there are indeed pictures of him posing with Hitler and Nazi imagery, as well as making very racist statements seen before in the past, those images are not proof of deeply held extremist beliefs. Instead, they reflect the behavior of a 13-year-old child, that I must re-say, a 13-year-old child, with an incredibly edgy, unfunny, and reckless sense of humor. One who was groomed into thinking that such shock content was funny or rebellious in the first place. Fungus lacked the maturity to truly understand the historical weight or moral implications behind what he was imitating, and this doesn't equate to him genuinely holding neo-Nazi convictions. He was a severely mentally ill kid, caught up around bad influences who were much older and more manipulative than him. Those influences twisted his judgment into engaging with quote-unquote edgy humor that, while disturbing, did not reflect a sincere ideology. There's a lot that I've already shown to support this, but I'll show it all again with some additional context to cement my point. And this is the part where I show you guys screenshots instead of just saying things, because a lot of people have been believing word of mouth, and that's not really cool. So let me go over to this evidence channel, and I'll show you some stuff that outlines how Fungus is not a neo-Nazi. So, first and foremost, this is a message from a user who would like to remain anonymous, who was from this old friend server that I had called Robo's Local Pizza Shop, in which Fungus was one of the main active members there, and where a lot of the screenshots of his racist behavior come from. The context behind it is that he spoke to Fungus while he was in rehab, and he was basically just stating what he told him, and Fungus was basically just saying that his motives have nothing to do with the person being Turkish. I'm gonna send another image. This is a screenshot of what Fungus's mother said about the situation, and there's more to this. Let me go get that. Okay. Yeah, these are both screenshots about the situation from Fungus's ma. And what they basically say is that Fungus was, how do I word it? The police found that Fungus was fucked by people online, and that Fungus asked those people what to do to help his sister, and they said to stab him. And Fungus was, again, severely mentally ill. So this is something that he thought would actually help his sister. Again, I'm not gonna try and defend what he did. Attempted murder is attempted murder. By all means, that's fucking gross and disgusting, but he did not have any kind of malicious, neo-Nazi, racist intent behind it. He is just insanely mentally ill, which leads me on to my next point. What he was charged with. He was charged with attempted murder, and solely attempted murder, for 6 years. Not a hate crime, not anything to do with neo-Nazism. Attempted murder, one charge, for 6 years. Doesn't that say something about what the authorities believed to be true in regards to everything with Fungus and what he did? that they believed that he was not a neo-Nazi despite having complete access to his computer and searching through all of his messages, scrubbing the data, doing all that bullshit, all those forensics. They did not once mention a single thing about him being a neo-Nazi or charge him with anything that could ever be related to it. And again, I just want to say this for maybe the millionth time, maybe the second time in this voice call, but I say this over and over. I am not defending what Fungus did to this individual at all. He is incredibly mentally ill, and it shows in his own actions, especially by how he thought this was a valid way of helping his sister. Now, I want to move on to another thing. The reason why this has become such like an open topic is because I am funding Fungus's rehabilitation. And people are saying that that is this awful, horrible, evil thing to do because he's a neo-Nazi, which, as I've already said, he isn't. The reason why I funded his rehabilitation to begin with is because he's very clearly mentally ill, and if he's not provided with proper resources to be a better person in the future, then it's very clear that he's just going to get worse by the time he comes out in how many fucking years? I think it's like a year now until he's released, maybe 2 years. And is that a bad thing? No, I do not believe so. I will stand incredibly firm on my beliefs in regards to everything that happened with Fungus. I know he was a mentally ill child who did something that he had no way of like knowing was wrong because of his mental conditions. And the fact that people are painting him out as a genuine, full-on, full-hard neo-Nazi is so fucking weird to me. It's insane. Genuinely. Fucking like... How do I further word this? I mean, I believe I've said all that I really need to say. What I'm trying to say is that, like, I funded his parents and his rehabilitation so that his parents could heal and so that he could get the resources that he needs to be a better person in the future. By no means am I funding him because he's a neo-Nazi, because he is not a neo-Nazi. He was 14 years old when this happened, maybe 13, I can't remember exactly, and he was incredibly mentally deranged, full on out. And yeah, I guess that's all I really need to say in regards to that. Let me see what else. On Stoppy Blue. Okay, I'm gonna read this as well, just completely from my document, straight up, flat out. Stoppy Blue was banned on, let me see here, January 1st of 2025 and had all of his in-game credit removed on the same day that I was informed of his background, which was January 1st, 2025. To prove this, I'm going to grab 2 screenshots. So here, this is a screenshot from a user who I'll keep anonymous who informed me about Stoppy Blue, and I immediately banned him. Here, oh god, sorry, I drank water. Here's another screenshot from a different user who was on the Forsaken team at the time, asking me why Stoppy Blue got banned out of nowhere. And I informed them very clearly that they're basically a pedophile. Because what they were doing is that they were fucking ERPing with people and having them age play and say that they were like, I don't know, 12 years old. And they were much older, so that's pedophilic. I don't really care what you have to say about that. And let me see what else. People say that I like intentionally kept him around and in the community server when that's not true. He was, let me see. Let me pull this up. He was unbanned on February 23rd, 2025 by Ava because someone that Stoppy Blue knew reached out to Ava and said, hey, why is Stoppy Blue still banned? And they gave this, like, they didn't really elaborate on anything that Stoppy Blue did. And Ava assumed that they were just, like, falsely banned, so Ava unbanned them. There's a little bit more to the situation behind that, but that's basically all it is. It was just a big, really huge, massive moderation miscommunication. But he was not kept around. He was not allowed anywhere near anybody, at least who, like, from what I did, I tried my best to keep that from happening. Again, he was unbanned by Ava, so there was some time where he was still in the community server, but I believe in the video that Fuwadi Projections posted, it was stated that he was in the server from at least like February something, but again, he was unbanned February 23rd, so that must have been like at least like a week and a half until he was banned again. I know for sure that like when I found out that Stoppy Blue was unbanned, I banned him right away. Again. What else? There was something else with this thing that I'm trying to remember. Right, there was something bad that I did do in regards to Stoppy Blue that I do want to address. There was a period of time where Stoppy Blue was threatening to DMCA Forsaken since his animations were still in game. Forsaken is the first game that I've ever owned to surpass even just 5,000 CCU. I did not want to risk a single thing with this game. I was still 17 years old and fucking my ass up over trying to make this game as good as it could be. And you're probably like, oh, Soul's about to guilt trip us. No, I'm just trying to explain my thought process when it came to this entire thing with his animations and credit being in game before explaining why it was a very bad decision to do. Anyways, I decided that the best course of action at that time in my own head would be to keep his animations in game, which very obviously is not a good decision to make. Not at all. Flat out. I think that every single thing I did when it came to Stoppy Blue's animations and their credits still being in game was the complete wrong thing to do. I think that that was a very, very awful choice of mine that I still look back on with a lot of regret. And I do not think that any kind of circumstance that I was going through excuses me allowing his work to be in game where kids are playing and seeing him and maybe even reaching out to thank him for his work or anything like that. Because when it comes to having huge games like these, everything that's included in your game matters. If there's something that someone likes in your game, then there's always a chance of that person reaching out to the person who made it and saying, hey, this is really cool, that's awesome, I'm glad you made this. And with Stoppy Blue's content in game, that's a huge red flag. Nobody should be interacting with that guy, especially minors. And me keeping his work in game, although unintentionally, still allowed the chance of people being harmed by him to foster inside of my own game. And I'm very sorry for that. I don't really know what to say other than that. It was a very bad choice. Obviously, I look back on it with a lot of regret. And actually, I'm very sorry. But I did not keep Stoppy Blue around when I found out about his work, like in terms of being in a Discord server and being around others. I always banned him. Whenever I found out that he was unbanned, I banned him again. I banned him as soon as I was told about him being a pedophile, and I don't give a fuck about any of that. Okay, I worded that very poorly. I meant that in a way where like I don't give a fuck about what he has to say in regards to anything being held against him. I see him as a pedophile because he was interacting with people sexually while interpreting them as like 10, 11, 12-year-olds. And that's like the very, very definition of pedophilia. That's what I meant. I apologize. What are some other things I could talk about? All right, okay. This is the one that people keep calling me a pedophile over. Which I should quickly mention isn't true. I'm not a pedophile. When I was 13 years old, I had this situation where someone I knew was around people who were leaking my nudes. And keep in mind, I was 13 years old, and this person's friend group was leaking my nudes with knowledge. I mean, with the understanding that I was like 13, 14, whatever. At least I'm pretty sure. When did I come clean about my age? I don't know, discard that. I'll have to look into that a little bit more later. But I do know that when I was 13, these people leaked my nudes. So the only thing that I thought about at the time was trying to get back at them. And the only thing I thought of was to leak this person's news back because, like, how do I word in my thought process here? Like, you... I'm trying to think here. I'm thinking with my cap. Let's say that fucking... Sorry, I mentioned my chin a little bit here. Okay, no, I'm not going to use that comparison. I flatlined, I'm sorry. When... Here, okay, dude, I'm stuttering and muttering way too much. I'm just gonna start over so I can get this shit out there. I was 13 years old. This guy who was allegedly 16 had a friend group that leaked my nudes when I was 13. I just want to place heavy emphasis on that. And out of confusion and a desperation to strike back at them, I leaked the nudes of this alleged 16-year-old. Obviously, I don't think that this was a good thing, but the fact that people are calling me a pedophile over this is really silly, because I was 13 and they were allegedly 16, which would be hypothetically 3 years older than me. And again, they leaked my nudes, not the 16-year-old allegedly, but like their friend group. So I don't really know why anyone hasn't focused on that yet. I still remember the photo. It was me in plaid pajamas. This person who I can't remember the name of, they were in like an old Reason to Die faction, they owned it, sent it around, and they were very close friends with the person that I leaked the dick pic of at the time. So I just kind of saw that as, here, let me actually just pull up my document. I wrote this really good in there. Let me see. Okay, yeah, when I found out that people were sharing an image of me like that around, I immediately stopped caring about what others thought of me and what the correct way of acting / thinking was, and I felt the need to retaliate against the people mocking me. But I didn't even know who most of them were, only that they were friends with the person I dated at the time. So I had no way of responding directly, and in a misguided attempt to fight back, I tried to put on this cool, edgy villain persona so that I'd appear threatening enough to where people would stop sharing that image of myself around. And by this point, I had already taken advantage of, by this point, I had been taken advantage of by multiple different adults who were twice my age, notably nutbucks, so I just wanted to feel like I had some kind of control in my life. It's also why I acted so hostile in some of the images shown in the Fawadi Productions video. Though by doing all of this, I ended up dragging people who I'm still not sure were involved or not into the situation and shared the photo that's being referenced in all these different kinds of allegations against me. Sharing any kind of explicit material... Sharing any kind of explicit content like that, regardless of the circumstances, was insanely fucked. I cannot emphasize enough how harmful and violating that was, and I regret it more than words would ever be able to describe. As for the accusations of sending gore, which is also something that was brought up in the Fawadi Productions video, where is this? Shit. Oh yeah. I have a vague memory of what kind of content was sent, and I confirm that that happened. I never fully understood the impact that it could have on somebody else, considering I grew up around circles who shared similar content, which was racist graphic imagery and videos that I became desensitized to way too early into my development. This is no excuse though, and as much as I now recognize that edgy behavior is inappropriate, it doesn't cancel out the effect it has, and I take full responsibility for that. Regarding my catfishing, which is another thing that was addressed in the Fawadi Productions video, I never had the intention to actively deceive or manipulate anyone. When I misrepresented my age and gender, it was out of insecurity and desire to belong and look mature, and also because I didn't know that transgender people were a real thing at the time, believe it or not. And the only time where I found out about them was through the misogyny around me, which led me to believe that I shouldn't be one because I thought that they were bad people based on what everyone else was saying around me. That doesn't make anything okay, and I know that I had some seriously negative impacts on the people who wanted to get with me back then. I am incredibly sorry for all the harm and confusion I caused because of what I did. I was a 13-year-old who made bad, thoughtless decisions, one that I wish I could take back, ones that I wish I could take back. What the fuck did I just say there? And nothing excuses anything that I did whatsoever. Though I do seriously just want to stress that none of this makes me a pedophile or a criminal or whatever the fuck. I really do not understand where this shit comes from. I understand I did a very bad thing when I was 13, but I don't understand how that could make me a pedophile at 13. Like, fucking... How do I word it? Sorry, I'm still really upset about everything that happened with Forsaken today. So I apologize if any of my wording or stuttering is a little bit like irritating, or if my pausing or whatever the fuck is annoying. Um, it's very, very agitating to see so many people all nonchalantly agree on one person being the most awful individual in the world because they were talking with me, when all of the stuff that's been said about me is like, well, not really everything, but all of the current stuff that's being said about me is just really egregiously false. What else can I mention here? UPL is this entire other fucking bag of worms. They are flat out a pedophile. They jerk off to children being violated in daycares. I don't really think I need to elaborate all too much on that. It's in my document if you want to see, but please do know, you should really, really, really be careful reading through some of the content on there. I did put a warning at the top of my document that there would be some mentions or links in red font or red colored text which contain very weird material that is censored, mind you, but it's still very, very weird. If you do want to check it out, I'm going to link it in the evidence stuff channel. It's about UPL and the stuff they did. It's very gross. And yeah. What else? Let me try thinking here for a second. Okay. I'm just going to relink my document in the evidence channel, actually. There's a lot of stuff in there that I did that I own up to, including a lot of claims that aren't really talked about as much, like things with this individual named Scarlet, or K, or K as in K-A-E, not K-A-Y, by the way. I just want to make that clear, because there's a K-A-Y that's really weird. Retrovulsive, Max, Kicks, like stuff like that. Just stuff that people don't really talk about, because let's be honest here, a lot of you people, I don't want to say you people, that feels way too targeted. A lot of people on Twitter don't care about the victims. I have not seen a single one of their names said at all. I have not seen anything like that. I have not seen anyone try and show actual support to them or anything beyond May or June. It's all just become like, hello, Souldrivenlove is Diddy Blood. And that really takes away from the seriousness of everything going on. And it's also just very irritating to people who still want to be in contact with me. Like, for example, what happened today? They get called these, like, neo-Nazi pedophile symphysists when that's not what they are at all. What else do people call me? People call me a predator, which I don't understand either. I don't think I've ever preyed on anyone. Actually, no, I know I've never preyed on anyone because all of the people I've been with have always ever been older than me. And the only person I dated who was younger than me was younger by around a year. Not even. So that entire thing is just really weird. What else? I mean, I guess that's enough about me. I'm not a neo-Nazi, I'm not a groomer, not a pedophile, not a criminal, not any of that bullshit. So I'm really tired of people saying all that. I know that even after this entire talk, people are still gonna go out and say like, but Soul is a Diddy Blood, and they are from literally a Diddy Blood. So, not a fan. Here, what else can I talk about? Oh. Oh, wait, what is this? What? Oh. Well, that's news. Is Imperfect in the audience? Here, wait. Soul Super Yap Session. Imperfect, this is a message directed to you. I think you have some other things to worry about because you are in the row cleaner database, dude. Like, as of today, I think you should probably focus on that rather than pushing out whatever kind of agenda you have right now. You can go appeal if you want to. All up to you. Go for it, man. What else can I talk about? I guess the entire thing I wanted to say here is that I am not a pedophile, not a groomer, not a criminal, not a neo-Nazi, and what happened today was really stupid. Makes me mad. I'm trying to think of other things I could bring up. I don't really want to talk too much about any of the amazing Forsaken managers because I'm on very good. I have very high. I view them in a very high light. I love Forsaken a lot. I'm gonna move on to another topic. What else can I mention here? Um, Let me think. Uh, I'm trying to like think of a way I could talk about what happened today that wouldn't put me in any kind of hot water. So I apologize for the silence. Um, oh, here, this one guy wants to speak a little. Here, you can take the floor for a bit because I'm still trying to think about what I can and can't say with the thing that went on. All you, man.
Um, with the situation, for the situation you mentioned earlier with your pedophilia allegations, I wound up looking a lot into that situation. Uh, I asked you a bunch of things, and I asked other people a lot of things, and I found out that, let me see what I had written down here. Of at like 11 to 12, you were posing as like a 14 to 16-year-old, and you were dating like what you thought was a 17 to 18-year-old because you remembered seeing like a photo of them in senior year, which would put them like around like 17 to 18 around the time you were with them, which was when we're like 11 to 12. If not at that minimum, they were 16. And you mentioned that that relationship was extremely messy, and within it, you guys would share explicit photos, and you would break up after that. But then also, before you were asking when you had come clean about your age, uh, that would be at the end of 2020. You would have come clean about your age, which was far before you had heard about the nudes that you had sent to that person being spread around. So by then, that person would have been aware of what age you were during that time, which was 11 to 12. And since this was when we were 13, and you met the person like at 11 to 12, so say like 2018, 2019, this is like a couple years from then. So then this would bring up the age bracket up to like 18 to like 20, judging by that senior picture. So what would be there would be a like an 18 to 20-year-old sharing photos of an 11 to 13-year-old nudes with their friends, and like those friends and that person like making jokes about them, and that would be like the reason why you got so uppity and upset about the reasons that those pictures were being sent around, not only because that person was an ex-partner of yours, but because that person was like arguably leagues older than you, at minimum 3 years older than you.
They were
But
18? Are you
well, you
kidding
said
me?
within. You said within your document you remembered seeing your photo of them, right?
No, yeah, of course.
So then that would make it so that at whatever point you saw them, if it was like if they were 16 when you were 11 and they were 17 when you were 12, that would put them like around 18 when you were 13. And either way, that would be like a 17 to 18-year-old sharing the news of an 11 to 12-year-old. Like even if you were 13 at the time, those were still photos from when you were 11 to 12. And sure, they could like say that they thought that you were 14 to 16 or whatever. But even then, they still have the issue with the age bracket going up to like about 20 years old. So at worst, this is a 20-year-old knowingly sharing news of someone who was 11 to 12 at the time with them. And then the whole thing of you joining the server with that person being in there, and then a bunch of your friends following you, not really doing anything alongside you, but you mainly just posting the nudes of that person, and then sending glory in that server, and then deleting it, and then leaving that server afterwards. Not to mention you being extremely groomed from that time from several adults who were way older than you, back from when you were around Reason to Die, like Sid, like Yeblex, like I think that's arguably like the most notable situation. I don't see like and not that there's like no issue with it, but it's kind of clear to see why somebody who was mentally disturbed as you were at the time, who was like very heavily used by several adults way older than you, why you would get so upset and go to such extreme lengths to someone leaking photos of you when you were 11 to 12 because you had been used by several adults way older than you, and you had so much like pent up emotional conflict within yourself because of that. Like I feel it's a very clear reasoning as to why like the whole thing had happened. And if anybody cared to properly read the document that was there, then I feel like that would have made it like 10 times more clear because it was right there within the server that it was like that you remembered seeing a like a photo of them during their senior year, and you yourself like claimed that you couldn't remember their age either. Like you remembered from a bunch of your other friends about a lot of what had happened at the time. So it was like this what could very well be an adult sharing the news of someone who was like not even a teenager yet, someone in like high school or like graduated from high school, like sharing news of someone who's like in middle school or younger to all these people, all these like people that they called friends, and you only knew about this because people within those friend servers would like tell people who you knew and then told you, so that person knew exactly how old you were. There wasn't like any sort of excuse that you had like catfished them and they were still under that impression. No, because you had complained about your age in late 2020. So that person would have very well known how old you were at the time and still knowingly shared those photos around.
My bad, I drank water. But the only reason why I haven't been so like super mega adamant about what their age was is because I don't really think anyone knows their actual birth date. All I really know is what they've sent me when we were together when I was really young. And I have this vivid memory of them sending something from when they were in their senior year. So I've always been really confused about the entire like 16-year-old label, but I wanted to kind of just roll with it in the case of, I don't know, me misremembering something. But with everything that I've heard from my friends, it's just really, really weird. And I agree with a lot of the stuff that you're saying. I really wish that people actually took the time to read more than they do just blindly believe the word of others. Because unfortunately, that's just the easier thing for people to do. It takes a lot of brain power to understand that someone might not be a bad person as opposed to just believing everything that everyone else around you is saying. because that means you have to be unique and stand out from everyone else and like put yourself at risk to being harassed by the people who disagree with your opinion, which is just kind of how it is nowadays. It sucks, but
Well, yeah, I don't know. There's a lot of people who kind of share this precedent that people, like, no matter what can change, and people when they're younger make a lot of mistakes, but for whatever reason, when it comes to you, they don't want to say, they don't want to, like, share that same precedent. They don't want to share that same, like, idea. They don't want to share that same thing with you because they think that in general you were a bad person because what people have, like said about you or to you or whatever. And most people disregard most of the victims' voices. And a lot of people in here don't generally know this, but a lot of the people behind Ferrari Productions and Souldrivenlove just kind of carried the voices of victims as their own to target anybody who kind of went against what they like had what they wanted, any sort of um like they would just go against whatever their vision was. Like they would go against whatever like they really wanted, you know. Like I remember seeing these two people, this one person called Craig and this other person named Corey. I remember seeing them try to leverage people's voice against Casey Lele. I remembered them trying to leverage people's voice against Casey, despite the fact that in private, Upal accepted Casey's apology, and Casey was even reached out to give, you know, their part in why you were invited to a dev team where Upal was involved and where you were supposedly only supposed to like work and you were not going to get credit and nor were you going to get payment. You were just there to work and then you would leave after your work was done. But the people behind the accounts, they caught wind of what you were doing. In fact, I think if I'm remembering correctly, you told Nirva Arsa, the person behind Fuwari Productions, about the fact that you were working on the game under those guidelines, that you would not be receiving any credit or payment, but they proceeded to ignore that anyways. And even after reaching out to Casey about the fact that Casey had owned up to it, and Casey was willing to own up to it entirely, and was also willing, but had also apologized to Ufo, and Ufo had accepted the apology. They completely ignored that, and they framed the document as this way to sort of just entice harassment against Casey. But, you know, it's kind of just that whole thing within your document about how manipulative and, like, downright, like, deceitful all these people behind what Soldier of Lawyer and Fuwani Productions are. And I don't think a lot of people have really noted that portion of your document in which you called out their behavior and their actions behind the scenes, such as them, you know, like blatantly just stalking your mother's TikTok account and downloading the video and sharing it like between each other. Or this other person who was like just blatantly making rape jokes, this SLT person who kept on like going around making these jokes about probing or, you know, just general sexual harassment, and nobody really took note or really cared about that document. And I think one of the most egregious things I've seen about your document is somebody like Brenda trying to claim that your document was AI generated, or, you know, other people parroting that claim, or people just generally misinterpreting the doc altogether because they don't want to like read it themselves. They don't want to like take a full-on moment to read the document in full, read every single portion of it, read what you actually did, read what you should be held accountable for, but also read what others should be held accountable for, and what the other issues at hand are, such as with those individuals like Upal, uh, mm, she, and, you know, the whole Soldier and Wire group. It's like this. A lot of people within the community, they claim all these things against you, but when you push out something that contains a lot of information to disprove a lot of these facts, they they seem to just immediately like push that aside and they ignore it in favor of whatever they want to believe, because they just want to believe that you're a bad person, and everything that people on Twitter are saying was true. Like I remember being told that somebody had seen someone call you a rapist for like no discernible reason. And I could not understand that in any way whatsoever, nor could I understand how far people were like going. Like it's just all confusing to me because all it seems like is just people parrot off all these information from each other, and they don't care to look into the facts themselves. They don't care to look into things because they just want to turn a blind eye, and they want to ignore any sort of thing that would have like any sort of like proper proof, like within your document. I think there's a lot of things that could strain truth, sure, but when you like verifiably push forth all this saved information that you had, it's kind of there's no real contest with all that information that you had on hand, that you can't really argue against that in any real way, because the proof is right there. All the proof to dispel any you know bogus claims is right there, that people just don't want to listen.
Yeah, dude, it really sucks. I'm sorry, I wish I could say more. I just don't really think I have much to add because I agree with a lot of the stuff that you're saying.
Uh, I just want to mention one thing. So do you mind continuously talking to me? As we're under that
What
same
happened?
precedent again,
Oh
where
yeah, I
people
got
think
you. No
that I'm
worries.
here. So
Of course, my
it's
friend.
just it's
I
it's
got
kind
you.
of bad.
You can talk as much as you
Thank you.
want. I'll respond. No worries.
Thank you.
Okay, is that enough to show that we're like two separate people, or do you think we need to
I think
talk
so.
over each
Yeah,
other a
I
little
think
bit more?
so.
Okay, that's fine.
Um,
I don't know how people believe that. There's a lot of people out there who say like all these random burners or activities going on Twitter are like all puppeteered by me. Like fucking I'm just
I
now getting
remember
told
seeing
about how
some.
like Imperfect was talking about like Souldrivenlove is working on a new shooter game, or Souldrivenlove is using his profits from something to work on new shooter game, or
I
Souldrivenlove is
remember
literally harassing
seeing.
me and targeting
Um,
me and getting people to investigate me when I'm not part of that at all.
Yeah, I
Like,
remember seeing a photo of Aitoka claiming that I was either you or Ayla, and I find that really really funny.
that's really funny.
This under the earth person is saying this shit is not slick. Do you mind saying under the earth? You mind saying hashtag soundboard for me really quickly? Just those two things, because this person
Wait,
this
soundboard?
person was yeah, just while I'm talking, just say under the earth, like while I'm
Under
talking,
the
because
earth.
this under the earth person
Under
thinks that
the
it's a
earth.
soundboard, and it's really funny.
Under the earth.
Anyways, anyways, you
No
mind giving me
worries.
the talker privilege really quickly, because I wanna really quickly mention something
Oh yeah,
about
sure.
Fungus really quickly. That
Oh wait,
was
before you
kind
do, I just
of
have like one small thing because I want to like put this entire imperfect thing, whatever the fuck, behind me. Um, it's okay if you want to treat it. Okay, I fumbled it. It's okay if you want to tweet about me constantly. I appreciate the attention. Um, just know I really don't care, and I have not been engaging with anything relating to you. So it's a little parasocial, but you do you, man. I appreciate you, imperfect. Bye bye. And
yeah, just like
appeal for that row cleaner ban, by the way, if you so claim that it's not true at all, because that 3.0 woman sweater looks really weird paired with your condo server on your alt. And that's all I have to say. I'll move on with my life now.
yeah, it was it was completely like a solidified, like sorry, not solidified, an independent investigation on Imperfect. I can verifiably go grab the proof of the people involved, going to find the Imperfect being associated with those servers really quickly. Let me let me see if I can find it again. It's within that group chat. I just need to find where it was said first because it was done without without you being there, and it was just was everybody else looking into the situation, how they saw, who had like how they saw the imperfect had an alt account within a condo server, like within the last 8 months. Let me send me some evidence stuff, just so Imperfect knows that this is an independent incident that is not, associated with Soul. At most, Soul is kind of just making fun of it, but that's really all that's really going on. Um, oh, there was another thing to your the whole thing of people calling like a pedophile that I should quickly preface. Um, some people still say that it was you under some other alt accounts sending CSEM to people.
Hmm.
The impersonation accounts, you remember?
Oh yeah, that's nuts.
Yeah, the impersonation accounts. So there was you mentioned Fungus earlier, so I'm just gonna bring them up again. Um, so Fungus had these this one impersonation account. I was gonna say impersonation accounts, but it was only one account, and uh, I'm not saying this to defend his behavior. Neither would Soul be giving money to Fungus to defend his behavior at all. But this is something that needs to be addressed. Fungus was one of the people who was behind sharing CSEM around. Fungus would impersonate Soul as robotic developer and send CSEM, and obviously these actions, they're in no way defendable beyond, they're explainable as Fungus was extremely mentally ill. He was raised in an extremely broken household. Um, from what I can be told, he had a lot of issues. He dropped out of school early. He had all of these sort of developmental stunts within his childhood, and he got indoctrinated into these little circles with a lot of people with neo-Nazi beliefs and people who would post just general disgusting content, whether for shock values, humor, like any of those things. It's obviously not defendable in any way, shape or form, but it that's the reason why Fungus like did those things, and obviously it's disgusting. But I don't think Fungus had any clear like um only could grasp on what he was doing. I don't think he had any clear grasp on the morality of his actions at hand, due to him being so heavily manipulated and groomed at the time by everybody who was around him at the time. Because from what I've been told, I'm assuming that this kid um got onto the internet at an extremely young age. I want to say 9 to 10, so it's kind of clear why and how this kid would wind up, doing all these sort of reprehensible acts, and um, it would be further backed up by someone who I know had talked to one of Fungus's friends. Let me see if I can grab that again. Let's see here. Yeah, here. This is further into your whole thing about protecting his sister. Um, According to this person, Fungus's sister's boyfriend was extremely weird, and his mother knew that at the time.
Who the
And
fuck?
all of it is external facts, his living conditions, him dropping out of school in fourth grade. his mother barely paying attention to him. It's kind of clear why somebody like Fungus would, fall into these, things, and why he would do like all these like fucked up things. And it's I think this is like extremely important information that needs to be like, shown to everybody here. Um, let's see here. Um, let's see. Could probably also know that within the Fuwadi Productions video, Wadi attempts to paint you as this sort of like neo-Nazi, like CP spreader sympathizer, just from you giving funds to Fungus for getting rehabilitation in prison for, like, from what I've seen within Fuwadi's video, he constantly tries to shift how he wants the whole thing to be perceived. Like he words it as if you're giving funds to Fungus directly, despite the fact that you're from what I'm aware of, you're only giving the funds to Fungus's mother, right? And that's how he gets the money for rehabilitation.
Yeah.
Yeah, so you're giving the money to Fungus's mother for financial support, and also so Fungus can rehabilitate in prison. Um,
Yeah.
and what Fuwadi Productions attempts to do is he like labels this as and like not charitable. He labels this as you excusing the actions of Fungus for whatever reason, despite the fact that you have clearly on numerous occasions have stated that you don't like him, you're not friends with him, and you don't like sympathize with him, you don't like support any of his actions. You're merely giving his mother money so that his mother and so that he can have like a better future like going forward from the obviously like shitty job at hand that he had from such a young age, right?
Yeah. Let me just double check actually. Yeah.
And then yeah, I wouldn't understand why he calls that an uncharitable action of you merely like providing funds to Fungus's mother or you know or financial aid and support and all that. Uh, see here.
I don't get it either. It's really confusing. This entire thing is just really dumb. Like, I don't want to seem like I'm trying to say, oh, everything about me is fake and invalid, and I'm a good hearted, kind individual with no wrongdoing, because that's just not true. That's a blatant
Yeah.
lie. But at the same time, I feel like it's right for all the other blatant lies to be corrected as well, and for the people I've actually hurt to be highlighted and focused on, rather than people have these like made up delusions fester in your mind about how I'm some pedophile neo-Nazi groomer when that's not true at all.
Mhm. Yeah, I don't get that sort of like the verdict of what people try to say or what people, want to say. Well, I generally feel like people should hold you accountable for your like generally manipulative actions at the time. With Forsaken, like I find that the main thing that you should be held accountable for just like the lies and manipulation that had happened in the time. Because as far as I'm aware of, most victims, like most actual victims, such as like but actually I'm not gonna name their names, but I'm aware that one of them has moved on from the situation after you've properly met what they've wanted you to do, and another one has made up with you um after everything had happened. And there's several others, you even stating that you would be willing to give like financial compensation to any like actual victims. Um, but then there's like all these people that are still parading around the word of like somebody like Hoople being a victim for whatever reason, despite the fact that at most you were like manipulative in your actions with Hoople with the two accounts that you had owned, then using them to DM Hoople when Hoople had claimed that you were responsible for like the months of suffering when that was like entirely just because you had previously called out people for, their interest in feral and cub, and for everybody here who doesn't understand what that means, it's like like real world animal porn, and like anthropomorphic porn of like minors like that, and from what I'm aware of, Google was also like in Telegram chats talking to actual predators and exchanging these photos and possibly exchanging like worse things with them, and using them for like um sexual pleasure. Like I would understand it if Opal was like groomed heavily, like they had a situation where they were groomed into this situation. But as someone else had noted, in something that I had looked into as well, uh, I looked into Opal's little thread about them being groomed. I tried to find anything about them, being groomed into feral or cub, because that would be like the most important thing that people would want to like address within their document. Like I'm in no way demeaning the fact that people like got likely groomed into hypersexuality, but within their thread there wasn't really anything about anything anthropomorphic, anything with like children characters. At most I would see like, let's say, um anime characters and whatnot. Like it would be this like it would be like this it would be a contradiction to what people would be parading around, because at most people would be groomed into hypersexuality, and they wouldn't but show proof of the like supposed grooming, sharing any photos of like cub or feral or incest or any of these things. And despite being like talked to about it several times over, despite knowing the ramifications of what they were doing was wrong, and even after you had called them out for it, like they still continued indulging in that content. They still continued to, like divulge in that. They continue to get worse. Like they claim to have been getting better. They claim to have gone to therapy, do this, do that. Yet despite all that, they continue to divulge into all these like disgusting, you know, all these disgusting things. Like they would get worse and worse and worse. They would get so bad to the point that they would like start to share like actual real life videos of real life animals getting sexually abused and real life children getting sexually abused, to which they claim as false, despite the fact that there's been like documented proof um of these actions, of like what has happened, that they claim to like throw it off as not being like true in any way, shape, or form. And I just really quickly, before I continue and saying whatever I want to say, a lot of these dudes in the audience are kind of immature with what they're saying to me in DMs, and I doubt they actually properly care about any victim whatsoever. I see people in my DMs right now going to me about I'm just gonna put this like on blast right now, because this is utterly abhorrent behavior of these people going to my DMs, talking about somebody, you either grooming me or somebody else grooming others, and like it's like I don't really get the behavior of like why you would want to act like this. I don't get why you would think this is funny in any serious case. To me, this feels like at most you are mocking any of these like alleged victims that you were proclaiming to have gone through all of these issues, and it's like what is wrong with you? Like, where's your thought process? What is going on in your mind to go on shit like DM these things to somebody and be like, oh, Soul is gonna groom me. Soul is gonna you know blah 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 this and that. And, you know, I don't know. And it's very clearly obvious that these people are also the same people that don't care to read, because um they call you a
That's so
groomer.
weird, bro.
They call you a groomer for all these actions. But
Right, dude, people treat me like I'm like this 30-year-old fat, obese, lard. I turned 13. I mean, no, what the fuck? I turned 18 this year. That's stupid,
Yeah,
dude.
no, they're acting as if you're like you're in your 20s or something. They're acting as if you're older, despite the fact that you only turned 18, what, this year in
Literally.
May,
March
March?
20th.
Yeah, March 20th, you turned 18. Um,
Yeah, dude.
and a lot of people are, saying that you're a groomer, despite the fact that within your document, well, there's like verifiable, like showcased proof of the fact that, you hadn't groomed anybody, that people like claiming that you have groomed. And, I still don't get what the whole thing is up with Lucas Berry. When the person who bought Lucas Wingstop was Ava, and you had barely like ever like talked to Lucas, and the main reason that Lucas was like acting like there was a gun to his head was because you got upset at him for all these like things that he was doing, but this blatant defamation that he was like doing to your character by claiming that you were like this one account or whatever.
Yeah, dude, this shit's so weird. The entire thing with Ava getting Lucas Wingstop is weird in general, too. Like, I don't know when it became a forbidden act to get one of your friends' food. I do that like almost all the time. My friends buy me food sometimes. It's not bad. Some of you people just need to get like, I don't know, friends at a high school or some shit. Be friends with like people in your grade instead of people online. It'll make your life a lot cooler. Cause I remember like about, oh my god, my cat's scratching my chair. About like a few months ago, back in like April, I remember I was driving with my friends and we were launching fireworks for fun, and that was the best time of my life. One of the best times of my life. We would always do some really fun shit. Like I remember we fucked up this one guy's mailbox because he was being mean to one of our friends for no reason, and that was also really fun. You guys gotta start doing more shit like that, man. That shit's like, that makes up your prime teenager years. I'm really upset that Forsaken blew up. Not for, well, I'm upset for a lot of reasons, but it also took away time that I could have spent to hang out with my high school buddies, and I could have gone out and done a lot more stupid shit like that, because that was fun. That was awesome.
Yeah. Excuse me a moment. I'm gonna get some more water.
So you just admitted to a crime. Um, I allegedly broke someone's mailbox, which was a horrible thing. Oh no. I apologize. I'm not trying to make this into a super shitty situation, but like, don't don't be stupid and say that I'm like a criminal for messing with someone's mailbox. Like, just go out and do shit, man. Be a high schooler, be a college student, do dumb shit, fuck up. Your fucking teenage years are the best years of your life. Don't mess them up, man. You see all these high school movies of people having fun and being friends and having a fun time with each other. Like, go do that shit, man. Um, oh, hello, shit penis. How you doing today? Are you scratching me now? Okay.
Oh,
Ugh.
also, since I'm not you, I'm actually able to, fully express my dissatisfaction with the situation that has occurred.
Oh,
Because
actually, no,
unlike
I've been
you,
thinking about it for the past like hour about how I can represent my own thoughts. Let's say hypothetically that you're the manager of this huge, awesome game, and you know information for like months and months and months, and you're fine with that, like completely, 100%. Like your own thoughts on the information you know is that you shouldn't care about it. And let's say that people who play your game find out about that information. And then, only then, you decide to take action based on what other people think rather than what you think. That is incompetence, like flat out. You are letting a community of people who really shouldn't matter as much to you as they should walk over you and dictate what your thoughts should be rather than just be yourself. That is what takes away the humanity from a game developer. And that's something that a lot of people have promised to their audiences before would never become of them, but it's exactly what become of them. They don't think for themselves, they don't hold their own beliefs, they don't do the shit they like doing because they let their audience dictate their own thoughts because they want to keep their audience. That's the only thing they care about. They don't care about the game. They don't care about, well, I wouldn't say they don't care about the game. They don't care about, fuck, how do I word this? They don't care as much about the passion that goes into the game. They care about the audience because it's what brings the game money for them. And that's not cool. Because, you know, a certain game that I love a lot was promised that they would never fall into the hands of corporate scumbags, but remind me, what's a corporate practice? To follow whatever your community wants. Well, no, it's actually not. How do I word this better? Fuck, I could say something right now, but that would get me, like, a lot of jail time, and I don't want that. I don't want to get sued. Oh, yeah, okay. Limited time killers. I mean, oh, fuck. Oh. Okay, whatever. Let's say that there's limited time content. That's not cool, right? That's like a corporate practice, right? Like we're agreeing with that. Yeah, that's what I mean. Whatever. I'm just gonna stop talking, dude.
Yeah, that's fine. Don't worry. I'm responding to somebody right now.
Wait, I can't get sued for that? Okay, I'm good.
Sure.
What else can I say?
Let's see here. What did I... Getting word about something here. Apparently, someone within the team, I think you guys know them as Vess. They had a part of the Forsaken team. Vess had apparently made a point of Myers OCs along with Soul, and his defense for that is I was manipulated into thinking they're bad people. Obviously, I don't know the validity of these claims, but if this is true, then I expect if the Forsaken team is going to ban and fire Kaiser, I expect them to hold up the same precedent with this information. Let me see if I can get the actual tweet here. Because this is pretty damning evidence. This is pretty, actually, no, not evidence, a pretty damning accusation of Sheriff.
Fast.
This should be addressed. This should be like, Vess should be held to the same standard as Kaiser with these actions. You know, no matter what, considering how likely decent it was if these are, you know, these are, although, who was I talking to? Antonic, give me a second as I'm writing something to you and informing us.
My cat's just staring at me right now. What's up, little man?
Say hi to the cat from...
Hello.
Serious.
Okay, I just like triple checked. I can't get sued for anything I said in here, so I'm feeling good. Which fucking sucks, by the way. I love having freedom of thought and being able to say whatever I believe in. It's very fun.
I'm able to say whatever I want, so I just want to really quickly say that, Hitoko and Basil are kind of just bitches. I tried defending them back when the 25% thing.
Before you continue, I just
cause...
want to say that I don't know who you are, and I don't have any ties to any beliefs that you have. That's all.
Yeah. I tried to defend Hitoko back when the 25% thing had happened because it was kind of obvious, like to whatever point that the game wouldn't be sold without some sort of like price tag attached to it. And I feel like a lot of people should have realized that from the beginning. This isn't like the world isn't made out of pudding. This isn't Rainbow Limb. There's not gonna be like a situation that everybody's happy with. But oh fuck, I lost my train of thought. What was I saying? But with their actions as of late, and with their obvious negligence, like Hitoko willingly talking about the contract, despite stating that there was an NDA on the contract, so him likely, opening himself up to some sort of lawsuits with that whole thing, arguably really fucking stupid of him to do, and also from what I've heard, he is pretty much just like a very big liar and manipulator, and he also does not have a background. He will like backstab people if he has to.
I disagree, but to each their own. Okay, man wants to speak. What's up, big man?
Like I had my hand raised for like an hour. I don't know why you specifically picked me.
Oh, dude, I just saw it.
Okay.
I haven't been looking at the audience. I've just been like looking at this document.
Okay.
Okay, so.
I want to ask Wild Coyote a question.
Yes.
Why are you using the voice changer?
Arguably with my the whole thing within Forsaken and each member of its community, I want to have some sort of anonymity on what I say, and I want to hold my own, I want to hold my own peace without people going against me. And obviously,
Nigga, you're up on the stage right now.
I'm aware that I'm up on the stage right now and I'm speaking, but I would rather, my actual, my account be, I'd rather who I am be anonymous because I simply want to speak from a case of, unbiased reality with, every single piece of truth at hand. But I'm also aware that Forsaken as a community generally doesn't like it when somebody's neutral on things and doesn't really like it when you try to look at everything all together with all the facts involved. And they start to like harass and attack anybody with any of these with any of these contradicting thoughts to what they have. And with me having looked into the situation 1,000 times over with all the legality, every single like both sides of the situation, asking several people about what's going on, and trying to like hold some sort of like rationality of what's going on with the viewpoint I have from all of that. I generally believe that the Forsaken community as it is would attack me. If I were to be, like a public figure, if I were to be, someone instead of, just a Looney Tunes character.
Well, I get that. Um, I don't know if your talks are gonna hold any weight anymore since you're on this stage, because you kind of did some good points on your Twitter. I saw that. That was pretty good. You're a great info gatherer, but it's kind of gone now. Probably not a whole lot, but it's just a little bit of it.
I mean, I won't really
That's
care
pretty.
because most of the people who block me, they don't really care to listen to me. Like I tried telling this one person that the whole situation of pedophilia that people accuse Soul of is an adult sharing nudes of Soul like at 11 to 12. And the dude immediately, like, he started going like, yap, yap, the pedophile groomer. And it's kind of just like, it's insane work to do in response to fearing that one of Soul's actions was premeditated by someone else doing the same to him when they were like way older, and Soul was like a tiny kid, barely a teenager.
I would like to also tell you your voice changer kind of fucking sucks. I can barely understand what you're saying.
Is
I'm
it
just
that
being
bad?
honest. It is really that bad.
I
It's a
could,
little bad.
I could try to, I could try to, I could try to change it. Here, give me a minute here.
Oh, there they go.
All right. Is that Synergy? Oh, that's my boy Synergy. Oh, bro, I missed you. I love your profile picture.
Yo.
Oh man, love that guy.
Yeah, he's cool.
Anyway, what was I gonna say? Uh, also don't DM request me. I'm not reading any of that. So if you got something nice to say, uh, I'm probably not gonna read it.
Oh, that poor guy. You're just ignoring all your fans.
I know I'm
Can't believe
a
you.
very niche person. I know. I'm bad. Fuck. Uh, I just want to say, even though I'm up on here, I know like niggas honestly probably don't like
Yeah.
me. Don't listen to what you heard in the background. But
Okay.
I personally, I don't get where the Nazi, the Hitler, Mick Hitler shit or the pedophile allegations come from. I'm being so for real. Like I look at like your whole situation and all that. Like I already know this Kaio guy already mentioned all of it. It's just baffling to me that you're getting called a pedophile and you just hit 18 this year. And even
That shit's
though
crazy.
you hit 18 like a few days after that one document dropped on you, which was pretty funny. But I'm sorry if that was like tone deaf as fuck.
No,
But
you're fine. I don't give a fuck. Like it sucked at the time, but I'm past it.
thanks for the DM speed. I love you. Um, I, I, well, I'll just say this. I feel bad for Kaiser. Free my nigga until it's backwards. He didn't do anything wrong.
Yeah, dude, I feel really bad. I want to go on that for a second, bro. Like they fucking fuck, dude. I don't want to get sued though. What do you think I should do, subpoenas? You gonna stare at me? Okay. So let's say hypothetically, you fire a user from your project, or remove them from your project rather, because the community disagreed with something that they believed in. Is that competence to you? Especially if you were made aware of their opinion and you're totally fine with that opinion. Is that competence? If that person is the backbone for your project and handles all of the heavy work because you can't be asked to handle it on your own, is that competence? If that person is far, far, far younger than you, but doing maybe 5 times the amount of work that you're doing, is that competence? If now these are all just questions. All of them are not backed by anything at all. No proof. I'm just saying these flat out. They don't correlate to anything that's been going on whatsoever. I'm just asking, do you think that that's competent? Do you think that you would, if you were in that position, you knew about this person's beliefs, you were fine with it, Would you back down, show that you don't have a spine, and prove your incompetence by firing them when your community finds out about it? It's an important question that I think should be rhetorical. Just ponder on that. But this dude Kaiser, again, none of what I just asked has any kind of correlation to anything. I'm just kind of asking it. This dude Kaiser, though, he was a heavy fucking lifter, dude. Like, he did so fucking much for this game. It's unreal. And to see him get disposed that quickly when they didn't even hear this guy out, like, they didn't allow any of the contributors to hear this guy out, that is really nice of them. Really cool. No sarcasm included at all. I'm being serious. I think he should be rehired. I don't think that because he's talking to me every so often means that he's this horrible person, especially since we've established in this call that I'm not a pedophile, neo-Nazi, groomer, criminal, whatever the fuck. He had his main form of income ripped from him. He's basically living in a very poor household, and this game was like everything that could save him in this very moment. And it has been saving him, and now he doesn't have that anymore, so that's really fucked. I don't think I could word that enough. Here, someone else wants to speak on their thoughts on the situation. And before I do that, I just want to also reiterate, I have my own thoughts. I may not necessarily agree with others. I think that the managers are, oh god, they're great people, lovely people. And I'm being serious about that. Fully serious. Like, I'm not joking. No slander, no jokes. They're great people. And I'm sure that they're just putting their best foot forward here. Yo, what's up? You wanted to say something?
Kicking somebody off, kicking somebody off of a team, regardless of if it reflects on the game, is kind of stupid. If it reflected on the game and the community negatively for being associated with you or changed him as a person, maybe it would make sense. But simply for knowing somebody for their own personal reasons and being friends with them, and then kicking them off the team is just plain out foolish, in which they never even did anything about it until Twitter started complaining about it. Which, knowing the community, I'm not going to say everybody, but knowing the community, somebody's probably going to get doxxed for some stupid reason. That person probably being Kaiser, and then anybody else who knows you is probably also going to get doxxed for that exact same reason. Which is why it's not really wise to act so quickly on that, even especially without letting him at least like talk about it first. Because they didn't think twice about removing that nigga off the team. They don't care. And I feel like that's something that should be looked at a little bit. But I don't know.
Yeah, dude, it's really stupid. How do I... Like, you know this guy. You know that they rely on this game because they need to help their family and fund them through everything that they're going through, because otherwise they would be completely incapable of doing that. And you boot them off, cut them off, don't say anything about it. You don't even try and soften the blow for them. You just boot them fully. You don't give them their side. You don't announce their side. You don't do any of that. You leave the mob to do mob things and do God fucking knows what to this guy, who, I must reiterate, is 16 years old. Like, Jesus fuck, dude. I'm not gonna get mad. I am very zen. I'm very peaceful and awesome right now. But fucking, it's really outrageous, man. This is fucking upsetting. Really upsetting. Even the people outside are upset. They're honking their horns and shit. But yeah, dude, fucking free this man till it's backwards. I don't give a fuck, man. This shit's bullshit.
So I don't know who this girly cat guy is. I don't know why it's not up on here, but I agree with your statement. I don't. Oh, you said inside the evidence chat. So just go read that.
The obvious lunch guy.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. I mean, if that's true, that sucks. I don't. I mean, like, I never manipulated Vess. I could say that for sure. So, I guess I've just become a scapegoat for these people, which is fun. But, you know, all you. And the worst part about it is that all these people need to do is just say, Soul's a bad guy. And we're at a point where, like, people will just take that at face value. You don't need to attach any evidence. You don't need to say anything else. Like, if any minor inconvenience happens, you could just say Souldrivenlove is at fault for this. Like, oh, fuck, the Hello John Doe collab is canceled. Fuck Souldrivenlove. This has to be their fault. Oh my god, are you kidding me? There's so many bugs in Forsaken. God, Forsaken sucks because of Souldrivenlove. Oh, fuck. How can we make this about Souldrivenlove? Someone just sent me that. That's a really good message.
I think that's like the pure definition of a scapegoat. That's just me though.
Literally, dude. Like,
let's also not forget that literally anybody that posts anything about Forsaken related, they're like, don't forget, you're also paying that 20% to Soul, by the way.
The 25% is like the 6-7 of this fucking computer. Every single time I see that number, I just go insane. It's just so fucking annoying.
literally, dude.
25.
So I can't say that number, actually. I'm sorry. It's funny, though. Am I allowed to laugh at that? I don't think I can laugh at that. I'm sorry. I'm laughing at a Twitter post I saw.
Yo,
Perfect.
Moon, check your DMs.
Me?
No, I'm talking
no.
to Moon.
Oh, okay, my fault.
I Squidward DM requesting me.
Oh, dude, I know I said I wasn't gonna talk about this guy anymore, but I just want to support my point real quick. Like, this dude Imperfect caught with a 3.0 woman sweater, being in a condo server on their alt account, and all this other weird shit, some weird ass outfits too, like, and all they have to do is just say like, I don't know why Soul's targeting me. I was just a little bit weird a year ago. And like people just eat it up like no tomorrow. Like, you can say whatever you want. You were in a condo server with 3.0 big breast avatars that you put on your avatar, and you still have outfits to this day of this weird ass shit with fucking heart turtlenecks, femboy clothing. Like, that's weird.
Yo, are you gonna send pictures or something? I'm not.
Oh, you want me to? Hang on. 1 second. 1 second. Okay, I'm just gonna show stuff that matters. So, here, let me get this 3.0 woman sweater. Imperfect Nore, big letters right there. Let me get this outfit too. Where is this?
I feel like it should be noted that despite the fact that he tries to say that he got this shit when he was like 13 or 14, I checked for myself and this dude got this shit back in like
Yeah, let me just check
October
for myself real
24th,
quick.
2024.
I'm peeping.
If I remember correctly.
Ooh. Ew. Okay, so these are all things from Imperfect's inventory. Oh yeah, fucking the image that Wiley sent of it being obtained on October 26, 2024. Imperfect would not have been 13 to 14 around then, unless they're lying about their age and they're secretly 15, but I doubt that. So do with that information what you will. And a lot of people saying that he wasn't in this condo server. Let me go and do that real quick. So his Roblox account was associated with this account, and this is all just shit that I'm seeing right now. Like, this takes like 3 minutes to dig up, I think. Not even. And then there's something from 8 months ago, which actually kind of aligns with, well, I wouldn't say kind of, like, basically almost aligns with when they purchased the 3.0 woman sweater. So, yeah, it's weird, man. And of course, Imperfect's gonna say that they were, oh, I'm just scamming pedophiles, but, when will
How do you scam a pedophile? What?
Yeah, like when are they gonna share evidence of that? Like, what did they do to scam these pedophiles? I'd love to see it.
Well, you were groomed into condos, right?
Me?
Yeah.
Yeah. That's why I'm
Imperfect's
especially
making
pissed
fun
because
of
of this
that right
dude.
now.
You're serious. The good guys, everybody. This guy is the good guy. I'm actually not shocked. He did the same thing to, some 16-year-old as far as I remember. Not with, like, condos or whatever, but he tried, like, telling them to kill themselves. Called them the hard R. Very cool man.
He was asking to come up on stage to talk about the Imperfect stuff, because they had some unique contacts with some people, apparently.
Who wants to?
The
Yeah?
D-U-E.
Oh, no. Okay. What's up, yeah?
Dear, you can come up on
Seconds.
stage now.
He's taking his time.
Hey, sorry, I'm kind of retarded right now, so, are we talking about the Imperfect thing?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, sorry, my fucking mom is like, well, my fucking mom is like, she's pissed right now because I was not doing my homework, but I put the
Brother.
Imperfect thing. Dude, I'm not, dude, I have to do my homework.
Bro.
Oh, wait,
Stay on top of there.
Dude, I think he's, like, getting beat by his mom right now. Are you sure we should have him up here? I really think he needs to do his homework.
Oh, so the dude that developed Road Cleaner wants to go up on stage.
Oh, yeah, sure. What's he using?
Pat Rocks.
Oh, yeah, I got you. I can't
Yeah,
read on my phone.
I made the tweet about the thing, and Forsaken users can't read nothing. They don't even click on the threads. They don't click on nothing. They don't even read the images. They don't do none of that.
Yeah.
You can honestly
They
tell
do
that
that.
they have not read because, like, on the tweet that you made, Pat, I'm seeing that it is 10,000 views, yet the links that you posted The first one has, let me see this here, 300 views. And that's a pretty stark difference, don't you think? The second one,
click on the
260.
links, yeah, all of them are like, he didn't even click on the links. They just said, oh, okay, yeah, but there's no proof.
Exactly,
Click on
and
the
the proof is there.
Yeah, it's in their face.
Yeah,
But they refuse to click on the link.
it's shocking. It's really bad. People have this really, really unhealthy mindset of where they'll just believe what the cool person they think says. Like, oh, this person seems reliable, I'll just trust their word, I won't look into anything. And this happens similarly in another situation. I don't know if you guys know, like, about this, like, oh, hello, Bia.
Thank you. Wait a sec.
Yeah, whatever, you can just interrupt me, it's fine. I don't even care. Oh. Never mind, he's getting beat again. Alright, but yeah, I don't know if you guys are like into Minecraft stuff. I'm definitely not. At least not as much as most people would be. But like, there's this guy, Garrig or whatever, who's very openly transphobic, racist, and all that. And like, people just cannot read into anything he did. It's so weird. It's so butt.
I was talking about him with some people earlier, and was found that he has a Kiwi Farms account where he openly followed the trans people, the peace lyrics. And the really funny one that poor Chan people made out.
Wait, I can't hear you. Your
So
thing
weird.
is glitching.
Yeah, they have an odd voice changing.
Pretty sure they said that the guy someone mentioned made a Kiwi Farms account and like said like the T word or whatever.
Yeah.
I had noise suppression on, and I didn't realize until now.
Oh wow.
Alright, well, while that blue guy is Stefan, if you guys are still talking about Imperfect, why not just like let him up here and say his own thoughts? Because like I mean, we did that with Nick. And guess what happened to him?
Ah shit! Wait, Imperfect. Do you wanna come up here? I'll love that.
That's a really good idea. I'm
Let's do
messing
that.
with this idea.
He's already in
I don't
here.
think he's in
Well, not
here.
in here, but he's just basically someone's streaming this to him, and he's saying whatever the fuck inside Twitter or his little friend group. It's like kind of a dirt move. So just bring him up in here, let him speak his piece, and if something contradicts, then that's all on him.
Yeah. He's gonna come up here.
Like, I mean, I really want to hear what he has to say about you being like a pedophile or a groomer or a Nazi or any of these things.
I would love that. Oh, he's not even in the stage. Huh.
Oh.
No, I said someone go get him. I know like one of his buddies is up in here, so go relay my message to him. Kame said so.
Yeah, go get him.
Then also, if he tried to deny it, say he doesn't want to be on the stage because sold pedophile Hitler liar is up on here, then
Realty.
whatever, bro.
It'd be a weird way of saying that you're into condos, but I mean, like, everyone has their own way of admitting.
Fucking.
It's good to know I'm on this guy's mind, though. Well, not really. It's really unhealthy, and I hope he gets better
Nigga,
soon.
you're talking about him right now. Shut the hell up.
Yeah, exactly. And check his tweets, like 12,000? No, 19,000. Oh my god. And a lot of those are about me. That's so sweet of him.
Goddamn.
Yeah, I just got sent. he just made a tweet. He said he's not joining the VC.
Oh yeah, he's guilty.
Whoa. I don't think we should be saying he's guilty. But let's just say
No.
he's not trying to defend himself. That's literally just it.
That's a better way of saying it, yeah.
Yeah.
But Imperfect, if you don't want to get up in here, that's all you, man. I know you're
Imperfect.
well,
To
hey.
appeal your ban from Roll Cleaner in ESC. You need to join VC right now.
With all honesty, to be
Oh, it's
honest,
killing. It's killing.
I'm gonna talk about Imperfect for now, but like, with all honesty, that guy's the most egotistical guy I've seen in my entire life of existence. The guy is like he thinks like he's a CEO or some bullshit like that. He's too Oh, this guy, he's a fucking loser. I'm not gonna say that shit. But like, why do you not talk about one of the parts, like, what's the word? What do you not? You self-admitted, by the way, self-reporting about being in the condo. We found out, we know your alt is in the condos. We could like ask the moderator for the condos. I'm not gonna really ask them. I think I already did, but like, I don't want to associate myself with condo people because I already like take down some couple condos. But like, the guy is just weird. He's weird denying it. He's like, oh, like, he's just weird. He has the rotas and claiming he was 13 and 14 when he was doing that. Well, he's lying. I think Imperfect or somebody seeing this video, but like, if you're too egotistical to respond to this, I know you're jaded too.
Anyway, Imperfect, if you want to appeal your ban, you need to join this VC right now.
Oh, hello, Imperfect. I got excited over that. Hey, friend.
So, can I just ask why you are jerking off to kids, if you
Oh,
don't
you
mind?
sound exactly like how I thought
is
you'd
that?
sound.
Perfect. Oh my
Why are you
God.
shit talking me, bro?
Uh-huh.
Yeah, wait,
sir.
let him talk. Let him talk. Wait, let him talk.
Oh, wait, no, that's not even awake.
What?
Not even
What?
Imperfect.
Oh,
Oh,
yeah,
no.
Who is
What?
this? Who is
Oh,
this?
it's some random. It's not the same
That's-
user. I
That's
fumbled.
Imperfect.
I'm sorry, Imperfect. Caesar is no re-wakened.
I'm gonna watch this video about Parlo now. Guambo uploaded.
Oh, is there a new one? Did Cinderella return?
Okay, I'm back.
Welcome
That's a
back.
fake Imperfect account. I don't know
Yeah.
how you're dumbass feel for that. Anyways,
Yeah.
I don't think he's getting up on here. They're calling you a. They're saying we're being weird, telling him to get on here.
Really.
I hope you guys know on Twitter, like, we are all like collectively the same age, just 1 year younger, and you guys are acting like this dude's like a 5-year-old kid. Like, come on now.
Literally, bro. I feel like it's weird to infantilize people, but you know, to each their own.
Like, obviously it's his choice not to defend himself. I don't want to, like, harass him into, protecting himself, but it's his choice to, either be banned from a bunch of Roblox games or, try and clear his name, and he's not doing that, so that's all on him.
Yeah.
He needs to join this VC so he could build a ban. Or
Yeah.
you can just
Wait,
message
Patrick.
me.
Patrick,
Right now.
Patrick, I'm gonna ask you this question. Do robots or sexual avatars on Roblox classify as a Gunner avatar and go on the ESC report? Because some retarded people keep saying that it's like for cosplay purposes. Are they going on the ESC or not?
You know, I
yes or
feel like it would be weird to cosplay with woman titty accessories on Roblox.
It's
I
too
think
retarded.
that's
I
really
was gonna say
weird.
that. Yeah, very weird. Oh my god, the old days when fucking people would bully others for having those.
And Imperfect, since I saw that you said you only care about Forsaken and Die of Death,
Oh my god,
Forsaken utilizes Row Cleaner, so
Roll Cleaner
up to you.
is Roll Cleaner. I'm not gonna have like to talk about it, but Roll Cleaner is like the TAEC or like the Tenai Mukuku or whatever the fuck, any bots like that. They're very good. You can remove any gears from any condos. there are the people in the condos get removed, and there's like a database. Wait, I should actually look up your alt again, because some people would not believe what I have found. You're in a fucking condo, and it seems like you're too retarded to actually like accept your fate. You're too retarded to say it's like. You're too retarded to say you're in a condo admitting to it. You just say like, oh, I was scamming pedophiles, while you actually lied about the only thing. Okay, let's say, yes, scamming pedophiles, good. You should actually report them too, because they're too retarded to be fucking existing on Earth. Wait, let me check my Twitter real quick.
It's weird. It would be such a different matter if this dude just opened up and said that he was groomed into it firsthand, but like, he comes out with this weird excuse of scamming pedophiles.
Look, for the love of God, I talked to this guy in DMs. He denied to talk to Patrick when I told him to talk to Ribbons Associate, and he's saying stuff like, we work with you. Wait a second.
Don't get too heated. Oh wait, he's Stefan. I still think that Kaiser should be freed, though. I feel like the entire thing that's going on with him is stupid. Who's he?
Perfect.
Yes.
No, he's not.
Perfect.
Yes, he is. He's in the audience.
Oh, is he? Okay.
Perfect.
Nigga, fuck you, Soul. You are not seeing your greenlit 1x moveset.
Oh, you sound exactly how I thought you sound! For real that time!
Wait. Did he just leave the call?
Yeah, he just wanted to say that.
What? He didn't even want it to appeal the ban. He just said that.
Let me just say this. What?
Calling a Jew a Nazi is crazy work, though.
Wait, let me speak real quick. Perfect. Why did you block me and go on Twitter and literally post a post about us? You're literally just wanting your army of people to go harass me or whatever. That's so bad, man. That's not cool. That's not epic. You literally got owned by the ESC fucking shit, dude. I'm not gonna deny it. But hey, dude, that's not cool. That's not nice. There's always people like. Wait, let me go up here. .gg/this. Oh my god, this database is so retarded. Oh my god.
Something like that.
Patrick, do you think Imperfect deserves to be on the ESC because he has those gunner things?
Yeah, he's not appealing the ban. He just said that and then left the call.
Perfect. Look, Imperfect, if you're here, listen to me, dude. You're too retarded to actually complete and literally just say what you want in my DMs. I'm literally open DMs. I just message requests, okay? I could literally go check them right now, but like, why did you just talk to me normally? You think I'm a literal random, by the way. Like, you go to your army of Twitter stands, by the way, and tell them to go harass this guy, ratio him. Because I talked to you about the condo and the whole shit. This seems a little bit nice, dude. It's like, I could get like a lot of people who saw this tweet to put their input. Wait, I could like, wait, let me see. Let me ask this person real quick. Shall I tell them? Let me just see this. During the stage, let me see if they say yes. This is one of the people that they have contact with the person that was harassed by Imperfect. The name is Zai or whatever. Okay, they have no intentions to talk. Okay. Wait, let me see.
I don't really think that staying on the topic of Imperfect does us any good, because I feel like it's kind of established, at least to people who want to take the time to look into evidence and read things on their own, that he's done some weird ass shit. So as long as that's established, then we're fine. Because all he has to say is just his own word. He's not really showing proof of anything. Meanwhile, there's proof against him.
No, but like, what doesn't get to my head is that he chose to block me. I did not like say, "Oh fuck you, man," R slur. I'm actually claiming the R slur. So, F slur, Edward, or whatever kind of slur there is. I did not tell you a slur. I just told you you're too retarded and you have to admit your stupidity and idiotic fucking decisions.
He just really
That's
loves
it.
making fun of and targeting and harassing minors. Big fan of that.
Maybe.
That's so cool.
At this point.
Wait a second.
If I may at this point, since I feel like there isn't any point in me talking about Imperfectnore, because he's just gonna keep on saying the same bullshit without any sort of like verifiable defense from, the clear rebuttal from Soul here. There's a very important individual in the audience, and I feel like it's kind of important to bring up something within the document.
Dude, okay, I'm so sorry to interrupt. Your voice changer is like a beep. You know those like those memes or edits in like 2016 where we're like, no, stop. Like it sounds like that.
Is it that bad?
Yeah, it's not bad.
Oh my god. Send your back.
Okay.
Why you try not to laugh, Speed? Pat looks really humbled and perfect.
Shit, I'm back. All right. So what's the topic now? We done with the imperfect thing? I think we should be.
Yeah, we're not talking about that anymore.
Right. Oh, Speed. Do you want to get up on here? Say like 2 words and leave. You nigga. God. All right, well, never mind then.
Peace and love, K-mate. Let's all be nice to each other.
Dude just called imperfect the R word like 5 times in one sentence. I don't know what you're talking about here.
I never heard anything of the sort.
Got it.
I'm joking.
What now?
Oh, I get the reference. Thank you, Speed. All right. I don't know what else could be really talked about because, like, I mean, he kind of does all of it. He mentioned the Kaiser stuff. He mentioned, well, the perfect little dingamajobber, and he's not gonna say anything. So it's like, what's the point of making this stage unless there's some inconvenient person that joins in here and you guys don't like him, you just bring him up here or whatever. But that's not gonna happen. So
yeah, that's
you
true.
might want to wrap this up, and I mean it, by the way.
I got you.
This is gonna
So,
be
like,
a lot of nothing.
I guess my entire point with this entire stage is that Kaiser really didn't deserve to be fired. I think that everything that happened with him is really stupid. Stupid. Adjectives for stupid, synonyms for stupid. And that man should be welcomed back onto that team with open arms. I swear on my life, I'll stand by that till the day I die. Because a lot of these people are getting upset at him because he was perceived to be in contact with this like neo-Nazi pedophile. Which, like, if that were true, I would be fine with that. Because that's a valid concern. But the thing is, I'm not a neo-Nazi pedophile. I'm not a grimmer. I'm not a criminal. I'm not a predator. I'm not none of that bullshit. I've done some bad things when I was 13, 15, 16, all that. But I haven't done anything pedophilic, predatory. I haven't groomed anyone. I haven't fucking murdered anyone. People are saying I'm an attempted murderer. No, I didn't do that. And the shit that you're fucking saying about Kaiser online, not you guys, fucking people online are saying about him is fucking what's a good word I can say? Fucking repulsive is a word I could say. Because that boy does so much for the game. You have no idea, because all of his work is all behind closed doors. And now that integral part of Forsaken is gone. So what do you think is going to happen to the game when one of the main people carrying it on its back right now has been removed from the team? That is going to go... You know what? I'm going to retract my statement. Just call for whatever the fuck happened today to be undone, or fucking... this game may go under the water. Perchance. There's a chance. Not it will, but like very big chance, because I can't state enough how much this guy does for Forsaken. It's actually wild to see them treat him. I mean, to see them get treated like this by everyone. It's insane. Though, is there anyone? What?
That guy doesn't deserve. That guy doesn't deserve to be taken off his role. He looks cool, not gonna lie, but like, why does he mean taking his role? Because he just talked to Imperfect. It's just stupid.
What?
It's just
No,
stupid.
he was talking to me. The little me, non-perfect.
I don't know why Imperfect choose to like, oh, this guy talked to me or whatever. You just keep it private and deal with it
Oh,
private.
bro.
It's not like something to fucking retard or
Okay, Bu, I love
not-
you
it's
so
not-
much. You're my buddy. But we need to wrap this stage up soon. So
Yeah.
I'm gonna move you back to the audience really quickly.
Wait a sec,
But,
wait a sec.
Thank
Wait a
you
sec,
for
I'm
your
gonna-
input, my friend.
No,
I appreciate you so much. You gotta do your homework. You gotta do your homework. Sorry about that. But is
Wait, I
there
gotta go
any?
too.
Yeah,
gotta
you
go.
can have a great day. I appreciate you, Pat.
Oh wait, my last words. I'm
What's
going
up?
to wait. Say something. I'm definitely going to be attacked on Twitter.
Oh yeah,
Or
that's not gonna be fun.
making this tweet. Yeah, a lot of people is going to be like saying, no, nothing crazy. Don't really mind it. Anyway, I gotta go now. See ya.
Yeah.
Like that.
Bye bye.
You
I
black,
like
black,
that guy
black,
too. What? That guy?
Yeah, you black.
I don't know.
I'll ask him later.
Was who black?
You like Jews, K-Mate? You like the Jewish people?
Huh?
Do you like Jewish people?
I like all people.
So can I have
don't
$5?
What's in the stage, bro?
Okay.
He's
Lying.
anti-Semitic. But yeah,
Can I continue with what I
before-
said earlier?
I want to wrap it up.
I feel like this is kind of important because it's somebody that people have been blindly following.
But that doesn't matter. Because the entire point is that I'm not a neo-Nazi pedophile, groomer, criminal, predator. As long as that's out of the way, then we're okay.
There's some people there is the line ditches. They need to be taken care of.
I mean, that sounds condescending.
Like the biggest lying ditch of all time.
I still think that it should just be over soon, like relatively soon.
Okay.
If you want, you can say whatever you need to say, but like, chip chop.
I was gonna take too long now. And it's whatever.
What?
I said it's gonna take too long now if you want to wrap up the stage by now.
Oh yeah, okay. I'm being told to let up kicks before I wrap it up, though. You think that's fine?
Yeah.
Okay, where's this guy? Where's this person that I speak to? Hang on, let me just ping this guy. I can't find him. Hello.
Took you too damn long.
Oh damn, you're gonna be a text-to-speech guy for the
Fuck you.
time that you're talking?
Yes.
Well, that's mean. Alright, what's up, big man?
I transformed into a cyborg.
Oh, I'm so proud of you. Congrats on your transition. I
Yeah,
support
fuck
you.
you.
Okay.
What if?
Anyway,
So yeah, what's up?
I have things to say.
Uh-huh.
First,
Special deaths, Toby 5.
Imperfect, you look like a dumbass. Stop looking like a dumbass.
I will not laugh.
Like holy shit.
I would never laugh.
You literally repeat the same damn things and blame everything on Soul. You stub your toe? Soul's fault. You have 2 ingrown toenails, Soul's fault. You called someone a slur? Soul did that actually.
Okay, so is that
Okay, that's
Is
all
that
on
all? Is that all you
Imperfect
got?
now, you Soul.
okay?
Why did you have obvious hyperfixation?
I'm sorry, I don't mean to laugh at that. So back when I was 15, I thought it was really funny to make fun of like all these Roblox pedophiles. Like I remember I would fucking make fun of Kaneko. I made fun of Notive one time. I poked fun at Natharix especially. Mr. Obvious too. So I would like when I was like way younger, I would always do that kind of shit. I don't do that shit anymore because I feel like that's I'm a bit too old to be doing any of that. But I used to find it pretty funny.
I see.
It was never anything out of fucking like whatever the fuck people are saying about like me idolizing these people. No, I was just making fun of them because it's funny.
I still remember that whole Hangout cosplay session.
The who now?
Y'all did with obvious avatars.
I don't remember, but I don't doubt it happened.
Back in 2024, I think.
2024?
Yeah, that happened.
Shit.
Yeah.
Oh, damn, I was still a minor back then, so. Oh yeah, I remember that.
Anyway, I
booth
got
thing
some
too.
old ass questions.
Yeah, what's up?
Hold on, let me pick. Aha, I got it. Ahem. How much
Taking a
money
sweet
did you
time.
spend on the Forsaken team and how much on personal stupid stuff?
On the Forsaken team? Definitely way fucking more than anything on Forsaken. I remember, hang on, let me go get a total
You mean that
estimate.
you spend more money on the team than you did on Forsaken, or you spend more money on personal stuff than
More money on the team than Forsaken. But wait, no, more money on the Forsaken team than personal stuff. I can't pull up audit logs right now, obviously, but I would give away like millions upon millions of Robux to these guys working on the game. I would always try my best to do what I can to make sure everyone got paid fairly. Whenever the game got more popular, I would always increase the payments that people receive for their work. I would try and make everything dynamic, and even with the with things that take like a little amount of effort, like let's say fucking renders, because you go in studio, you pose an R6 rig, take a picture, and call it a day. Like that takes 5 minutes. I would still pay people like upwards of 10,000 Robux for that, and depending on the quality and effort they put into the render, I would pay them far more. I have always been like that, and I think the only 2 times I've DevX were once was for like 60,000 USD and another was for around 70,000. And out of the millions upon millions that Forsaken has made, I've only withdrawn that amount in the time that I've owned it. Everything else went towards the team. Or just other people in general,
Alright, I
not
see.
myself.
Now are you aware Hitoko has allegations of him verbally
I can't talk
abusing
about
his
this.
Oh.
I can't talk about that at all. That doesn't exist to me. Well, I can, but I just don't want to talk too much about it right now. Because that entire thing that you brought up, that's definitely gonna get me into some hot water.
What about the Mento stuff? Did he know he was dating a 15-year-old?
I can't talk about that.
Oh, okay.
But if you can, then I hope that whatever that is gets sorted and dealt with.
Okay, I should probably elaborate then.
I'm going to
Before you
exit
elaborate,
Everyone here.
But before you elaborate, I just want to say I don't agree with anything you say. Yeah, you can go on now.
I'm just really quickly gonna go on a whim here, and I'm going to assume that Soul likely has a non-disparagement clause with the Forsaken team, I think, judging by all the hints being given off there. So I'm assuming any questions that would paint any of the current owners in a bad light, Soul can't answer any of those questions. And if I were to guess, there's probably also something about just Forsaken in general right now. So, if you have any questions, I would probably not ask them about Hitoko or Hazel or the current state of Forsaken, because I doubt, from what I'm assuming, everything that Soul has been saying so far, that he'll be able to answer that at all.
I see.
I was treading a fine-ass line on this stage. You have no idea how happy I am to see the current actions they've made.
Okay, so basically Hitoko used to beat this guy called Mento. He was 15 lying about being 18.
Did you say Hitoko used to date this guy called Mento? He was 15 lying about being 18. Is that what you said?
Yes.
Okay, because your program glitched out a little bit there.
Okay, so. Back when Mento was still on the internet. They had some weird ass FNF song cover uploaded.
Oh, by the way,
that featured someone else who was a minor.
In case anyone's recording, just send me the recording. So just in case of anything, I can be protected legally. Okay, thank you. You can go on, Kix.
Yeah, someone's recording.
Okay, good.
And good ol buffoon Soul called him out on it.
Oh, that's me.
Yeah, you.
Hello.
Now after Mento got called out, they left. And it later got revealed to Soul that the dude was 15.
Okay, Kix, I really appreciate you. But I'm starting to think that if I'm in the same area as you while you talk about this, it may be bad in the future. And I disagree with a lot of the things you said, but I feel like if you believe that they're true, then you should talk about them in your own time on your own Twitter. But I disagree with a lot of the points made. And, yep.
Oh, okay.
I just really think that we should try and kind of clear this up, because my entire thing here is that I'm not like pedophile, neo-Nazi, groomer, criminal, predator, whatever the fuck people have been saying about me. And Kaiser got fired for bullshit. And he should be back on.
Yeah, okay, I get it.
Yeah. But before I head out, is there anyone with like any serious concerns about anything? Like anything they've heard that they need elaboration on or they need addressed? Because I really just want to square out the fact that I'm not a pedophile or criminal or whatever the fuck. Like anything at all that you need me to elaborate more on, or anything that needs to be clarified, anything at all. Like, please let me know. Here, I'll invite this one guy. He's been.
I think there is a guy called Anton X in the stage raising his hand, aka my buddy.
Oh yeah.
Alright, so I have 2 quick questions that I wanted to ask.
Yeah, what up?
The first one, do you think like ever in the future that you would talk to Nick again and try to be friends with him, or no? Just completely, like flat out.
Like peace and love, friendship kind of style?
Yeah.
Oh, dude, I believe in peace and love, full on, full out. But this dude Nick was talking to 12-year-olds and calling them their mommy, and that they wanted to feel their thighs in between their heads. So I don't think I'm gonna do that.
All right, yeah, that's completely fair. Now, my last question that I actually did ask Garlic Cat, are you a 6'7" or a 6'1"? Sorry, 6'1" kind of guy. Just completely. You don't have to answer. Just 6'7" or 6'1".
I like 6'7". It's pretty cool.
Thank you. I really appreciate that. I hope you have a good rest of your day, man.
Thank you, man. You too. Okay. Is there anyone who like again? I'm being so serious. Like, please. And anyone with concerning questions at all? Here, Mesvo, whatever the fuck. Because I really want to wrap this up soon.
Kicks, turn that fucking text-to-speech.
Dude, oh my god, Esvo.
That's what I'm saying, bro. I don't know why it's on.
You're pissing me off, nigga. Use your voice.
Okay, nope, bye-bye. Please, anyone here, like, any concerns?
AZBO, you kill animals.
But
who?
There's somebody called Question.
Question? Where's that guy? Here, I'll okay. Yeah, what's up?
Hi. Okay. Quick question, and after that, I just want to say something very shortly, if that's fine. I don't know if this is okay to ask, so if you don't want to talk about it, it's completely fine. But a while ago, I've received proof from somebody about you, like, okay, first and foremost, I don't know if you already cleared this up. I'm sorry if this is the 100th time you've received this question, but I've received proof of you allegedly requesting an artist to make Nazi art of 1x1x1, and I wanted to know from you personally what that's about, because I haven't seen you break that down anywhere, and I'm like really concerned about it.
I got you. Here, I wrote about this in my document, actually.
Oh, I'm so sorry.
I'll just no. It's okay. I promise. I really don't blame you, because a lot of the people who represented with the document didn't read it, so you're not alone. Here, I don't mean that in a bad way. I'm sorry. I really didn't mean to.
Don't worry.
Okay, yeah.
Worry.
I'll send it in the evidence stuff. This is from the person who said that I commissioned the Nazi 1x1x1 art. On the side, you could see the 1x1 tab, or it might just be prompted already. And
yeah, I'll look at it. I'll look at it after.
Yeah.
Is it fine if I add something real quick?
Yeah, what's up?
So, second question real quick, and after that I'm just gonna say something. I already informed Wiley Coyote about this, but I'm gonna tell you right now. I have been recording this for archival purposes, so I wanted to ask you, especially about that thing where you were like not able to talk about a specific situation, and it was like bordering on something that people could like change up and use against you. If you need me to like cut that out since I'm probably gonna upload the recording.
No, it's okay, I promise. I'd rather the full recording be up there anyways, because although there is background context for a lot of the stuff I've said and people can just cut and paste things as they may, that's bound to happen with anything, and I'd rather not have any kind of edited footage out there, because then it might be seen as like, oh, you're trying to edit out the bad things that you've done, when that isn't the case. I appreciate you asking, though.
Okay, I'm not really one to like cut out things as well, but I was just really concerned about that one thing. And if you're fine with it, I just wanted to say a third thing I wanted to say at the start of the stage.
Yeah, I got you. Thank you so much. I appreciate you.
It's about the fungus thing, but I don't want to like get into the details. I just want to say, is that fine?
Oh yeah, no, I'm sorry. I think I misheard you. Yeah, you can ask whatever about fungus if you need to.
Oh, I don't want to ask something. I just want to like state something if that's fine.
Yeah, no, sorry. Oh my god.
It's okay. It's
fumbling.
okay. I noticed your confusion. Right. I just want to like say this because during this entire stage I've noticed a pattern, and I just want to reiterate real quick that I find it extremely immature that people, especially people on Twitter, are continuously harassing this 13 to 14-year-old that was groomed into doing things that they probably wouldn't have done with a clean mind. Of course they need to be judged for it, but I think it's genuinely fucking weird that a lot of you, I'm not saying all of you, a lot of you are going on Twitter and saying, oh, this 13 to 14-year-old guy is a neo-Nazi and we need to track him down and dox him and etc. And now we need to go at Soul for supporting that. Soul never supported that. I don't know anything about the other allegations, so I'm not on anyone's side here, but I just want to like reiterate, if you're harassing Fungus for doing something that they were groomed into, you are not any better than the things that Fungus said. And I just wanted to get that out there because it was important to me.
Yeah. People are really stupid.
That's probably all from me. Yeah.
No, yeah, thank you for coming up.
No problem.
Appreciate
I'm gonna
it.
upload the archive to YouTube, if that's fine.
Yeah, that's 100% fine.
Okay, awesome. Have a good day.
You as well.
How do I get off?
Oh, there you go. Okay, is
LMAO.
there anything else at all? Like anything? Because I seriously, wholeheartedly, really want these things about me being this like pedophile, neo-Nazi criminal thing to just be like, at least like less exasperated. Because I know that people are just going to keep on saying whatever the fuck, even though it's not true. But I would really appreciate seeing at least some people with common sense say like, they aren't actually a neo-Nazi pedophile, here are the real things they've done. That would make me really happy. Because it would mean that people would actually start giving a fuck about the people I've affected rather than the imaginary things that they've made up in their head about me. What's up?
There is a guy called Antonic with an underscore at the end who I think is raising his hand.
Oh, okay. Here, wait, let me ping that guy. Antonic.
My buddy
that guy?
BTW.
Okay. I'll try and get like one or two people after
shit,
this.
it's me.
Hello.
Hi. Okay. Sorry, I honestly
bro.
was just thinking. Yeah, thank you for laying me up, Kicks. Thank you very much. Fucking. Yeah, I wasn't actually expecting to get on the stage, considering that you've been wanting to wrap this shit up. But I'll try to make this as quick as I can. As quick as I can. Anyways, I mean, I already have to. I gotta head to work in a bit. Okay. I wanted to talk a little bit on the whole Kaiser thing, because I can completely understand, like, I know you keep, I imagine you're holding your tongue a lot for legality reasons, just like Wally Coyote said, non-disparagement clause, whatnot. And I completely understand your frustration with Kaiser. I think a lot of the people who are mad at the Forsaken team mainly comes as a result of like Haitoku being like, oh, I don't want to associate with Soul. No one on the team, no leads, no one wants to associate with Soul or affiliate. And then all of a sudden, it comes out that Basil is the one who knows that Kaiser. I mean, this has already been known. to be honest, if anyone fucking read the document. I think it's more so that it's not only Kaiser, but there's like multiple other moderators and shit that talk with you. And it's more so, because I'm not here to comment on, you know, what the fuck people do with you personally, what the fuck they talk with you about. As much as I don't like you, that doesn't fucking matter. It's more so a matter of, I guess, trust with the community. You say one thing and then you go around and do another entire fucking thing and not give a fuck.
Yeah.
I don't know, because I did hear you earlier, you know, like the whole like competence thing. And as much as that is a fair point, if you already make a stance and then you don't stick with it, I see that as incompetence.
Yeah.
Because you already made a point about it and then you just go around and just say fuck all, you know?
Yeah. It's really weird.
Yeah.
Super mega weird.
I like try to at least give Haitoko and Basil the benefit of the doubt. You don't have to comment on this, you know.
Mm-hmm.
You know, legality shit. I try to give them the benefit of the doubt. Kix already knows I've been trying to give as much of the benefit of the doubt between those two, but my fucking god, they were not ready to be owners. I'm sorry. They just weren't. Then again, the whole entire fucking thing was just a fucking mess.
Something like that.
Yeah. Alright, well, yeah, I'm gonna wrap this up, I guess, for a more so personal message for you specifically.
Mm-hmm.
Because I have, you know, known about you since back in the whole fucking, this is probably gonna be a fucking whiplash thing. I've known about you since like the whole like fucking Raven situation. Yeah.
I had it in my head. I was hoping you weren't gonna say it, and you said it.
Yeah. I've known about that entire thing, you know. I've known about you for a while and shit. And I didn't know that you were Robo when you made this new alias. But, you know, I've known about you. And I've known about, you know, all the shit that you've been through, how much, you know, people have fucked you over continuously. By all means, you are a victim of a lot of terrible shit. And I am sorry you went through all that. But that also doesn't change the fact that you have, in turn, hurt a lot of people. And I know the document sort of highlights that. But I feel like you already know the whole definition of insanity, doing the same thing over and over, expecting a different result. I feel like as many times as you do try to clear the air, once people know your actual reasoning behind like the actual stuff you did, you know, manipulation, I think there's even like some argument for stalking and such, and just general gross negligence on a lot of different counts, bad decisions and such. I feel like no matter how many times you try to clear your name, it's not gonna do much, unfortunately. I only brought up the whole Raven thing to sort of make a point. This isn't a case where like allegations are overblown entirely and really it's just you being a little weird. You hurt people. And as much as you do try to clear the air, as long as that is true, which it is true, there's not much else you can do about the public perception of you. Which is unfortunate, but it is what it is.
Yeah, that's valid.
Really, the only thing I can just ask
I love you, Antonic. Thank you for being smart.
Trust me, I was the one who had that like fucking like anonymous account that was like going through the whole fucking situation back in 2022, 2023.
Oh, were you Lenny?
No, I wasn't Lenny. I was not Lenny. I do not sound like Lenny at all. No, it was like a fucking Twitter account. I was like, just named it like what, X or some shit. It's not my main account because like at that point, like this whole situation cleared up. I didn't see any reason to keep it anonymous at that point.
I see.
But yeah, like I always try my best to look at things as objectively as I can, and objectively you've done a lot of shit. You've been through a lot of shit, and I feel terrible for you, but I also feel terrible for the people that have been harmed by you. I'm not counting UPL. I'm not counting UPL, but just clarifying.
Yeah.
Yeah, as long as those things are true, which they are, people are going to keep sullying your name. Really, the only thing that I can really say for you is just keep to yourself. Because no matter if you try to come back in any sort of development way, people are going to know, and people are going to lambast anyone associated with you, and it sucks because we have situations like Kaiser, but it is what it is. And there's not much that can be done.
That's fair.
Again, go ahead.
Okay. I agree with everything you're saying. It's just that, like, the only reason I'm standing here right now is because my friends are being dragged into the mud because of things that people perceive of me that aren't true. I fully am aware that I've hurt people a lot, like, severely, and I'm gonna have to live with that for the rest of my life, which I'm fine with. I'm fine with living with the consequences of my actions and doing all that. But the consequences that people have been mentioning in public just most of the time are things that don't exist. Kaiser is being ridiculed for every reason that isn't true. Like, people could say, oh, you're in contact with someone who's caused indelible harm to others, who's harassed others, who's manipulated others, because those are all true statements. But for the past maybe 6 hours, I have seen people dog on this guy for being associated with a pedophile, a neo-Nazi, a groomer, whatever the fuck. And none of that's true at all. At most, I've seen like 2 people say that I've heard a lot of people, and that it's not really the best thing to be associated with someone like that, but not like, oh, you just can't be associated with this person, period. Because I know a lot of people, and I'm not going to say that everyone's like this, but a lot of people have caused harm to others, and that doesn't mean that they're just like exiled from the internet. It doesn't mean that they're like this boogeyman that you can't associate with no matter what. And I'm not saying that they should remain online if they hurt people. Sure, like, sometimes people just need to go. But in the case where, let's say your profession is, I don't know, composing, or a better example is like, I don't know, modeling, building, animation, you kind of need to be online to be able to really flesh out the profession. And if all you've really done to people is just hurt them through harassment, then obviously it's still a bad thing, but it's not something that you should just have your entire career thrown away completely over. This guy, Kaiser, had his main form of income soiled, tossed away from him completely, and nobody even got to hear out his side of why he does things the way he does, other than the people who kicked him, all because he was associated with me, and all because people believe these huge falsehoods about me that just aren't true to begin with. And that's why I'm so upset today.
I wasn't disagreeing with you on that. I mean,
of course.
My points.
Yeah, I agree with everything you say. I don't want to come back to development. I don't want to do any kind of Roblox stuff anymore. I feel like it's unhealthy, and especially with the kind of communities that Roblox games tend to foster. It's just it's not something that I'd really want to do anymore, not willingly.
Yeah. I will at least comment a little. I think like the whole, like, people who do harm others, usually in any sort of like path towards re-accepting someone as them immediately taking, accountability for their faults. And I won't say that I remember the entire thing because it was a fucking shit show whenever everything was coming out. There was a lot of sort of deflection, sort of, hey, you did bad shit too type of talk back whenever you were on Twitter and everything was coming out about you. And I feel like that in of itself erodes trust, because had you just taken like full accountability from the get-go, left on your own terms, whatnot, I feel like a lot more people would be more accepting, because it speaks more so to someone's character if they are, more honest with their, actions that have harmed others, instead of just constantly trying to make excuses for themselves at times.
Yeah, for sure. I agree.
Yeah, and I know that you just recently turned into an adult, and most likely, and like you said earlier with the whole Stoppy Blue thing, you were extremely, paranoid. This was the first big game that you've ever really, gotten this popular. The only other one I can think of is like fucking F&B, but that's besides the point. Yeah, that's sort of, whenever you gain an audience of that nature, dishonesty and constant deflection does not do anyone well.
Yeah.
Honestly, had you just taken accountability when you did and just made it clear, yeah, I've done a lot of bad shit. I've been hurt by a lot of bad people. I'm going to take time to sort of reflect. I feel like a lot more people would be more understanding, and not only that, there'd probably be less people calling you a neo-Nazi pedophile, groomer, or whatever.
Yeah. Shit's weird.
Yeah. And I'm only saying that because of, years of seeing shit like this constantly happening to people and whatnot.
I agree, man. I feel like the part where I fucked up the most was during March, because I don't really want to say any reasons or excuses for my behavior. I feel like me just deflecting shit and saying, well, you're a bad person too, was really, really fucking immature, even since I was 17.
I feel like it was more so an emotional response, considering who got hurt. I won't name who, but you know who I'm talking about.
No, it 100% was, without a doubt. That was one of the worst days of my life, but I still feel like I should have at least tried to distance and take time to myself to recoup from what happened before tackling everything online, because whatever happens online is like, it's whatever. Realistically, if I really wanted to, I could just go offline forever, live a normal life, do shit with my college friends, but I just like hanging out with my online friends too, so that's why I'm still here today. I like checking in, I like doing stuff with them, I like playing games. It's just stuff I like doing. And I guess me going online that day led to me doing a lot of emotionally charged stuff that I definitely don't agree with today. But it's stuff I still did, and I kind of have to live with that. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I'm at the very least glad that you say it now, at the very least.
Definitely.
But, I did say that I was only going to leave a message for you, but most likely, and it's probably at least a non-zero chance, there's going to be someone on the Forsaken team who is going to at least watch this back or is currently listening to some degree. So I guess I'll just leave a small message for you guys. Please get your shit together. You guys own probably one of the biggest games on the platform. Even with this whole shit going on, the game's going to keep going. As much as I am not touching it with a 10-foot pole for my own personal reasons and my own, morals and ethics, you guys need to get your shit together. Seriously. Pay your developers on time and proper. And just take accountability, for fuck's sakes. Use your own fucking Twitter accounts. Yeah, you might see a lot of dumb shit in the moment. That's why you gather your thoughts before you go start saying shit. You guys are owners of one of the biggest games on the platform, with a very rabid fan base, full of people who did look up to you, probably still look up to you to a degree. So just stop hiding. Take accountability. Speak up on your own terms. Don't use the whole Forsaken Twitter account to speak up on management actions. You guys are owners. Act like them.
To the snipers in the audience, I really do just want to mention I disagree with what Antonic said.
Legally.
Don't sue me.
Yeah, I already had a feeling you were going to say that non-disparagement clause and whatnot, NDAs, whatever.
Those don't exist.
I really want to add on something. And before I do, so Soul doesn't have to say anything. I am not directly involved with Soul. I am my own person. I have my own thoughts, and these in no way reflect what Soul thinks. Anyways, Haitoko is a bum-ass motherfucker, and so is Basil. I understand greatly what you said, Antonic, But given what I've heard goes on behind the scenes with Basil and Hitoko barely doing shit on the game, leading to the point where lead developers such as the lead coder and the lead balancer have to be the ones that are directing the game. And when updates deadlines start to hit near, Hitoko and Basil start to crunch the team, it's kind of clear that even after, Kaiser or someone kicking the ass of Hitoko to get their ass into gear to actually manage the game that they got their way into like obtaining from their bullshit origin place, it kind of feels like as much as it would be hopeful thinking to hope that those people actually work on the game, to hope that they would actually do something for once. I personally do not believe that Hitoko nor Basil will in any way actually do anything on Forsaken, and they will continue to make the game into a shit show based on their incompetency with the game and their directing practices.
Yeah, I said all that because they were thrown into the positions of owners just suddenly when this whole thing came around. I mean, it's the writing's on the wall. They were not built to be owners.
Was it suddenly? It was Hitoko's own idea to take temporary ownership, which turned into
temporary ownership, holding it for Soul,
and then turned into how it is nowadays.
None of this is true, by the way. Don't snipe me.
You can say that all the time you want. I think everyone gets the point.
Yeah, I'm just saying that for just out of my own
reasons. Yeah. You can say for your own volition. We know. Don't worry.
Yeah, but besides that, they kind of thrust this whole ownership thing onto themselves, and if they want to be
for legal reasons, we are joking and clowning.
If they want to be incompetent and showcase that they're incompetent with their work and they're incapable of directing the game that they wanted, and they're bundling like 4% off the game each, while they're basically sitting on their ass and doing nothing, it's kind of just aggravating in comparison to say Soul gets 25% because Soul literally wrote all the code for the game, wrote most of the killers. If there was barely any help on anything coding related for most things for the game, that was mostly Soul, and then these guys were previously just PR managers. They get thrust into the position of the owner, and they're not really doing shit for the game in the same way like Soul did. And it's just these guys are incompetent. Well, what's the reason they're getting 4% if they're not even doing anything for the game, and they don't have any sort of leverage to anything they did like Soul did with all the coding for the game. Which I just really quickly want to add is really fun to see how certain individuals are blowing certain issues on the code. I'm not going to name who, but there's a certain individual who got their own skin on Noli, who made their own skin, despite the fact that they ignored the previous person who was working on Noli. They ignored their pleas for help and decided to work on KJ Guest instead, and they proceeded to complain about the code at every single vendor requirement.
Last time he said the hard R was a month ago.
But I don't know. I get what you're saying, Antonic, but there's a bunch of internal issues just generally with.
I try to be as optimistic as I can. Me saying that, me making that message for them was already just, I'm not taking bullshit. You either fucking get your shit together because you wanted, like you mentioned, you wanted to be the owners. Get your shit together for once. If you're not gonna do that, then this little cash cow of a game that you're working on, so you can go ahead and say it. You can disagree.
I disagree with all of this.
Yes.
Thank you.
Also, just to make it clear, I don't fucking know Soul. I do not know him personally. I hate him, honestly. I don't really like him.
Thank you.
But if you wanted to be the owners of this game, fucking pull your weight. Actually, take the time to actually work with your team. Don't fucking just. From what I heard in here, Kaiser was the main person fucking directing. That should be like an owner's job, or at least a director, an actual set director's job.
If I may, from what I'm aware of, it was both Prankster and the lead coder Aaron, who are basically the de facto like directors of the game right now.
Yeah. That's really all else I have to say on that. I guess the only last thing I want to say, and this is more so a personal thing for Soul, to just sort of like DM me more about, it's more so about the whole Chi knowing something about a like Regretivator, someone who has a character in Regretivator. I want to know more about that. If there's anything else that wasn't already said in your document.
Aye, Captain.
Yeah, that's more so a personal thing.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's all I have to say on the matter. I have to get ready for work. Again, I am not associated with Soul. I fucking despise Soul for a lot of the shit that they pulled. As much as I will wish for them to grow better and be better, I'm not going to be there for that journey. That's on them.
Thank you, I appreciate that.
But yeah, I also don't know Wile E. Coyote. The only person in this stage that I know definitively is Kix. And that is all.
He's talking like an AI.
Okay, sorry to interrupt. I have a public apology to make towards Speeds.
Go ahead, I guess.
This was supposed to end like 30 minutes ago.
Hey Speeds, I'm sorry for blaming you for almost causing a miscarriage back in 2022.
What the fuck?
Okay,
That
it's
was
been
really
great.
dumb and
It's been
stupid.
great having you here.
Okay.
I love you, Kix. Not really. I don't talk to you, but yep. You have a good day.
I'm gonna go ahead and take my leave. Really the only thing I can say for you both is good luck on whatever. If for
Thank
some
you.
reason you need to DM me, I mean, you already know. DMs are open. You have no reason to talk to me. But it's whatever. I've said my
Appreciate
piece. See ya.
Bye. No, it's nothing. I was gonna say something to Wiley, but I hope you have a great day. Thank you, man.
Yeah.
Okay.
See ya.
Bye. I just want to say really quickly, I don't know Wiley. Like, they DM'd me, I think like, back when this first stage started, and they were like, let me up there. And they DM'd me another time, about Nick stuff, saying like, hello, this is what Nick did. And, those are basically all of our interactions. I don't know who they are. So, we're not like best friends, we just kind of barely know each other. But yeah, I really need to start like wrapping this stuff up. So I'm gonna shove you out of here. I'll take like one or two more things, but like they have to be like super duper mega fast, like quick and stuff. Here, you've been up here before, you can say something. Put up.
Right. I'm so sorry. I forgot to say this when I was
No, you're all
talking on the
good.
recording, but it's important to me to get this out here real quick as well. Because people have messaged me about the recording, and I just want to say this real quick, that I do not want any words in that recording to be twisted. I'm going to take it down if I catch anyone doing that. And I'm also, for the things I said earlier about like Fungus and stuff, I also just want to get out there that I am not affiliated with Soul. I am not recording this for Soul. I'm recording it for archival purposes. I just wanted to get that out there. Thank you.
Okay, yeah, thank you. So just so we're completely square, like, is there absolutely anyone here that thinks I am a pedophile, a neo-Nazi, a criminal, like whatever the fuck, anything, at all? Oh, hello. Yeah, what's up?
I'm Stair. I just came up here to say, I'm Black Ignore the fire alarm. I don't think that Kaiser should have lost his position. I work for the game. I work for Forsaken. I think it's very much a horrible. It's not been very good since he got demoted. I think that Haitoko and Dasil should reconsider their decisions in case anyone records this and put this out there. And to anyone who's saying he's a pedophile or some shit, he's a fucking child, bro. He can't be a pedophile, and he didn't do anything. Soul is objectively a bad person. I think Soul needs to work on himself. I think Soul should leave the internet for a bit and come back better. But Kaiser it shouldn't be involved with that bullshit because he hasn't done anything bad. I think anyone who says that Kaiser's bad for associating with someone close to him, despite their actions, is also equally as bad. That's all I wanted to say.
I agree. Thank you, Stay. Here, I see this one guy with a question. I'll get you up and then just one more dude and then I'll head out. What's up?
Hey, Soul. How's it going, man?
Hey, it's going good. How are you?
I got a little question, man.
Yeah, what up?
So, my friends, my people, they wanted me to come up here and ask you about that diaper commission you made of your friend and then you harassed them with it. What's going on with that, man?
Oh my gosh. That entire, like, diaper thing wasn't me. Like, I remember, I think it was sent by one of my friends in this old, like, D&D campaign, and none of us knew where it came from at all. It was just a thing that popped up. Here, wait, I might have written about it in my document, actually. Let me check it up. Let me see here.
After this, I also have, like, another little question.
Yeah, I got you.
Yeah, right, man.
Looking here. I agree. There's a fire truck in the background just now. But yeah, I peeped the document. I wrote about this like image of a person's OC with like white stuff on it. Actually, no, I'm not gonna hide their name. I'm just gonna say it flat out. It was this individual named Nico, who was one of the people that I harassed when I was like 15, 16. And the only reason why it was included in the mod was because of one of my ex-friends, who I can't name because I don't have proof of our interactions anymore, sent me the image and told me that it was a quote-unquote leaked commission that KB got, and that I should include it because it showed that they were weird for getting stuff like that as a 15-year-old. And I never actually thought about how even if it were a leaked commission, that publicizing material like that even further was a really bad act in itself. And that's basically what I wrote about it in my document. I don't know anything about the baby fur though. That was something that just popped up, and it didn't really last that long. I know, like, it was posted on the Deepwoken fan account, but it wasn't posted by me. It was posted by, where the fuck was it? This user named Toxie. Here, I could probably, fetch up some proof of that.
Yeah.
Here, I'll post it in evidence stuff.
Also, my friends keep on asking me to ask you about that one Friday Night Funkin' mod. With the, the no consent one, like Sonic.exe and shit.
No consent
What was
one?
up with that?
Oh yeah, I remember. I think, I don't remember how old I was. It was back when I was on the Robotic Developer Alliance. I found this like Tails Got Trolled Sonic EXE mod, and I thought that it was really funny. It was like this entire thing about like, oh, Sonic EXE grooms kids and they're rapists, and I giggled at it because a long while ago when I was in like 5th or 6th grade, I got touched by my media teacher. I don't really want to talk too much about it. It's not really a fun subject, but I just think that, well, I don't think as much anymore, but I thought at the time that jokes like that were a fun way of like coping with what happened, because I could just laugh about it and not have to think about what actually happened. That's kind of it.
There's another Friday Night Funkin', how do I say this? KB and Friends.
Yeah, KB and Friends.
2022 with the CP folder in it.
CP folder?
Yep.
Where was the CP folder? Because there was no CP folder in that. No. Like CP folder.
Let me ask the expert, hold on. He's saying in the files, my good friend Cabbage. He's saying that it's in the files of the mod. Yeah.
So, I wrote about everything in the KB and Friends mod in detail in my document. There was no CP folder in there.
I think that's all, man. I ain't really got anything else.
Yeah, that's cool.
Those are my only questions. But I also just want to say, shout out to my friend Cabbage on Twitter, KBBJ. He makes some really cool art.
That's fine.
Also, I really was rooting for you at first, man, but you kind of suck. I'm not gonna lie, you just suck.
Yeah, that's chill.
Your action displease Israel, man.
Okay. But yeah, I think as long as like it's out of the way, that I'm not a pedophile Grammy, then I'm chill. Here, I'll try and get like one more dude up here. Is there any dude? Anybody at all? Peace and love. Here, Val, I love you, buddy.
What's up, Soul?
Hey, bud.
Time no see, am I right?
Yeah.
I just wanted to say, that Antronic guy probably had good intentions, but I hate this pussy-ass fencing mentality of like, oh, Soul, you hurt a lot of people. You gotta go away for a while. Let's get like a quick rundown of what really happened, okay? This guy was 11 and 12, got himself leaked someone in revenge, and he's supporting his friend who like tried to kill somebody, supporting their rehabilitation, and he said the N-word. And this is what we're destroying people's lives over. This Kaiser guy just lost everything that he worked on because he talks to this guy. Who thinks this shit is sane? And also, if you want to, I'm going to say this, you need to stop. If you want to reach the most amount of people and like get people to like think you're like legit and everything, you got to stop doing these stages, and you got to like sit down and pay someone and like get like a whole video essay YouTube video made, because like the people that you're trying to like convince and like the people that Forsaken appeals to, like autistic teenager ADHD kids who are like on Vyvanse Ritalin, they're not going to sit there and read a document for like 30 minutes straight and like actually have a critical thought and be like, oh wow, you know, maybe he's not actually a pedophile. You need to make a video, have it, get a Mr. Beast super editor, you have the money to do so, and lay out all of this shit that you're talking about in that video, and like put on your, you try to like that, because this has like 160 people, like that's pretty big for like a Discord stage, but realistically like it's not really getting the reach that you want to have. And
yeah, that's fair.
So
I have like I have this little cool idea in mind, but I can't really talk about it all too much, because otherwise it'll get like, I don't know, legally complicated. I don't know, the fucking legal shit that's been going on as of late sucks, but I think that whenever that's over, I'll be able to have a really massive audience to talk about everything to. But I just have to wait a really long while before that happens, and I just figured I should make this stage to kind of clear the air with at least some people about Kaiser's entire thing being bullshit. That shit still pisses me off, dude. I really hate what they did to him.
That
fucking ripping this kid away from supporting his family, all because he was in contact with somebody that people don't like online. It's so fucking stupid.
People want to talk about murder. What do you think removing someone's livelihood does to them? That destroys their life. That's like, that is essentially murder. You are taking away the sustenance they need to support themselves and whoever like relies on them. Like it's just terrible, and people think it's like, oh well, we say Forsaken guys, no more ties to soul. Like this like fantasy, like fairy tale everyone lives in. I also want to say one thing. I see this Esvo guy in the audience. Soul gave you a free Void Star and you turned around on Twitter and threw him under the bus, you pussy. That shit was so annoying. You are a pussy ass coward. You better put your hand down. God damn. That shit was so annoying to see. He treats you well. He gives you something that you wanted for like the longest time, and you say that shit about him. And he's innocent. All this stuff, it's just ridiculous. I can't. Yeah, that Kaiser stuff. Like a guy getting fired for speaking to someone who's innocent, and like the guy who owns it didn't even care until people made it a like. Yeah, that's just.
It's so fucking stupid, man. I can't even begin to describe it. I wish I could openly fucking express how much it really pisses me off, but I have to like hold back on everything a little bit.
Yeah.
PMO. Well, no, dude, they made all these promises about how like the game wouldn't be corporate because Souldrivenlove is gone, but fucking.
It's the opposite. You just remove the person who made all this happen in the first place. Time and time again, what does that lead to when the original creators of something are removed? Literally, like, people never learn.
Yeah, bro. Pisses me off.
I hope you find solace in the fact that anyone who has an IQ above 110 and like actually cares about anything is like on your side. Everyone else is just like doesn't care enough or like just wants to be mad because it makes them feel like a good person.
Yeah, dude, I've been really happy knowing that. I've been chilling with my friends. We've been going out doing stupid college kid stuff. It makes me feel really happy.
Yeah, that's awesome. Yeah, that real life stuff is would ground you in what people actually think and care about, and not like what mentally ill people trying to decide what normal people do and like hold other people to that standard, and like it's totally backwards.
Yeah, dude, it's fucking weird.
Never let yourself get bullied out of this whole stuff about like, oh, you need to leave the internet up for like a long time. Like, come on, bro. Like, that's so corny to be like, oh, you need to atone for your actions. That happened like 4 however many years ago. Like, really? This is the shit that we're saying?
Literally, dude. People weird.
Yeah. I hope if you do leave Roblox development, it's because you don't want to do it anymore, and it's not because you were pressured to do it out of some like socially taboo whatever. Like, it's
honestly, dude, I'm like on the fence about it. I think that if I were to pursue any other kind of development, like maybe make fucking, I don't know, Unreal or Unity games, I would have so much more fun doing that because I have a lot less limits that Roblox puts on me. And I also get to have an audience of people that isn't like 13 years old, has the lowest IQ known to man.
Well, I mean, there's like vulturous people everywhere, and they'll come after your money no matter what if you're successful.
Oh no, that's true. Actually, that reminds me. I just want to say this is like a general message to the audience. If anyone ever persecutes you, persecutes you for shit that you've done as a kid, just fucking ignore it, man. Like, of course, it's not a bad thing to feel bad about things you've done to people online, or just in person especially, but like, in the grand scheme of things, none of this shit matters. Forsaken tomorrow is going to have 200k users, and nothing's going to be impacted on its development cycle. Like, maybe it'll be at a worse state because the backbone's gone, but hopefully the developers of that game have a little bit of a brain and know enough about how to make a game survive to get them back on board. Because otherwise that shit's probably going to come falling down soon, which would suck fucking ass.
Yeah.
Make games, do shit you like, don't worry about what people say online, but don't be a dick to people. Just be yourself.
And the thing you said about game developers like bowing down to their audience, and it removes the person from, like, that's so true. Like, people need to stop. Like, if Hitoko or whatever didn't remove Kaiser, nothing would have happened. It's like this obsession with losing the bag that makes people act irrationally, because if it was his own decision, he wouldn't have done shit, but it's because he like gets this seed planted in his head, like, oh, I'm gonna lose everything, I need to do this. Like, stop. Never put money over what your soul believes. Like, it's ridiculous. I hate this stupid ass mindset that people who get money once have, and it's like, oh, I can never lose it, or like, this is why everything sucks nowadays. Nothing good ever comes out.
People are stupid. PMO.
Yeah, well, that's all I had to say, man. It was nice talking to you again.
Yeah, dude, I appreciate it. It's nice talking to you too.
Alright, man, see you.
Bye. Okay, I'm gonna finally wrap this up now. It's been like fucking, how long, an hour since I was supposed to do that? This entire thing was really stupid. You guys really need to start like using your brains a little bit more. Well, I wouldn't say you guys in general, just people online, because Kaiser's not some neo-Nazi sympathist supporter. That's fucking obvious, dude. Nobody who's smart wants to sympathize with Nazis. That's bare bones internet knowledge. Not even internet, just real life human knowledge. But like, just because you're friends with someone who did something bad when they were a kid, it's not evil, it's not immoral. Like, of course it's different if you murder somebody. Like, I don't talk to Fungus, I talk to his mom. But it's so weird for these people to be setting such high expectations on the world. Like, you can just say that you're pissed that Forsaken's really popular and you want to see it come crumbling down. It's really easy to say that, because ultimately that's what a lot of these people online want. They don't care about any of this weird, stupid drama shit. They don't care about whatever I might have done, because they just label all these, they pull out all these insane buzzwords like Souldrivenlove is a pedophile, neo-Nazi, groomer, predator, blah, 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 blah. And it's a weird ass argument, because when you ask them for proof, they just say, everyone knows this already. How do you not know it? No, I'm not going to show you proof because it's just fact, okay? And it's stupid. Like, just play your fucking games on Roblox, man. Do shit that you want to do. Don't let people dictate what games you play, oh, you're doing something bad by playing Forsaken because something happens if you do. Like, it doesn't fucking matter. I'm not a neo-Nazi, pedophile, groomer, whatever the fuck. I've said that so many times in the stage, but I really just want to get that clear. Your money is not going to any, like, insufferable, unredeemable, impossible to love human being. No, dude, I have a mom, I have a dad, I have a family who loves me, I have a cute cat that's being a fat ass and sleeping on my cat tower. I have friends that I hang out with in real life. I have friends online that I hang out with online. And I'm not some, like, Disney supervillain that's gonna do every bad thing ever, at every point given. That's not how the world works. People aren't like that. Do your own shit. I'm not saying to be a bad person. I'm not saying to go and be a huge dick to people, be every bad thing ever because it doesn't matter. No, dude, like, sure, you can go online, do stupid shit. People aren't gonna, they're not gonna be able to hunt you down over it, but it doesn't mean that you're like a good person for doing that. Like, if I go online, start harassing people off the bat because, oh, I'm deplatformed, nothing matters, like, the thought of me doing that still matters. That means that I'm not a good person internally. Maybe I don't acknowledge that, but that's still something that happens. Obviously, like, I wouldn't do that. That's just an example, but like, be whatever you want to be, but know that your actions are going to reflect on you internally and maybe make you feel a little bit bad about yourself in the future. Because I definitely wasn't caring about what I did when I was 12, but I look back at it now and I'm like, wow, I was a pretty shit person back then. Obviously, I'm not going to say like, oh, I'm a shit person forever. I'm never going to be able to come back from this. But like, it's so stupid. I'm repeating myself by this point, but like, live a life, be happy. Don't let people online say like, oh, no, you can't do that. Like, you can, whatever. All right, that's all I have to say. And again, I just want to say this for the 5th time. I'm not saying to be a dick. I'm saying to just be someone without any huge constraints. Don't do things for others. Do things for yourself. But don't be a dick with it. And that's it. I hope that you all have a great day. And, yeah. Don't be stupid. I'm not a neo-Nazi. Free my boy Kaiser. Get him back on that game, because that's fucking murder what they did to him. Yeah, have a good time. How do I end it?